for laughter. We have the guys to fill a buster, even though one of them is a jar of mustard. Thank God it's Tuesday. We take a look at comedians, and Charles used to be one. We have a lot to say about comedy. Can you believe Gray is a jar of mustard? And then there's Lapsed. What does he do? And why is here? Thank God it's Tuesday.
That's right. It is Tuesday. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I am Gray. My name is Gray Poupet. I am here to add a little bit of flavor to your otherwise unflavored world, according to, I don't know, most of the comments that I've seen. Your world is not flavored with William Montgomery, and may I tell you, it is quite the flavor. Here to experience the flavor, of course, to my right is Charles, the one and only Willis Greedia, YouTube at Willis Greedia. How's it going, Charles?
Gray, you have quite the mountain to climb here, and I have certain thoughts, and I'll try to be as open as possible. But the chat is somewhere you're
I
not.
know.
So this should be interesting.
Well, it doesn't help that you like pre-gamed it last night with a whatever you want to call that one, green room, where you were going over an
Just
incident
drama.
that happened.
I was just going
But
over drama.
You only know the context for that if you truly know who William Montgomery is, and I think you will know who he is
All
today.
right, fair enough.
But yeah, shout out to the chat. I see they're being active and weighing in, and hell yeah, I understand your opinions, but
Yeah. So
there's somebody
guys,
whose opinions I never
if
understand,
you
and that is
watched,
Lapsed Comic Fan.
Oh, you stop it. I always make sense. No, I don't. I really don't. But it's okay.
But sorry, Charles, you were saying
I
something when I so rudely interrupted you by bringing in.
no, you were doing the hosting job, and I was going to say, everyone in the chat, if you saw the drama thing that I watched yesterday, 2 days ago, erase your memory. You need to get the Men in Black thing and open your mind and look at this as with a clear head as possible. I apologize for tainting the waters, Gray. Please, you worked very hard in this presentation, and I want it to be as well received as possible.
I don't know. I get it. And I see a fellow Gray, Justin Gray, in the chat saying, "Kill Tony is garbage." I disagree, sir. And
Thanks.
then following that up with, it's pretty sad that the best the show has to offer is a Dyson Hedberg impersonator. They're not the best it has to offer. They just might be the most clickable, if that makes sense. And a dude who has to read his 1 minute set off of cue cards. First off, they're index cards, and there is nothing wrong with somebody reading their material off of index cards. That's how great shows are made. Cue cards would be nice, though. But I hear what you're saying. I hope to change your mind as well. But yeah, guys, how's your week been? It feels like a lot has happened since we last talked.
See that? This intro slaps. Yes,
Yeah, it
it
does.
does.
Justin gets it.
Why is here?
That's what we're here to
Why
find out.
indeed. Guys, as you're
Well-
watching this, I have a poll. I'm not going to tell you what it is. We'll know the results at the end of the episode. But be sure to give your perspective and how you're feeling, preferably at the end. But I'd like to have a scientific results-based thing as possible. So check that out and vote if and when you can.
And we'll give you a little bit of time to vote, but if you want to hold off on voting until you've seen how amazing it is, maybe we'll do an ending poll as well or something to see, did anyone's mind get changed? But yeah, I guess that'll be. We'll do that in just a moment. But yeah, how's your guys' weeks been? Anything come up comedy-wise for you?
The news has been hysterical.
Indeed.
That it has.
Yikes.
Fair enough.
I mean,
well,
I had a good week. I've just been very busy with work. They always throw like in the downtime, they always throw me this like bone of like, oh, by the way, we want you to work 80 hours this week. And then I'm like,
I mean, is it worth it though? Because like you got like 3 months off, or you got to take a long ass time off.
That's very true. And it won't start really that big back until April. So, but yes, it just sucks when you've been sitting there doing nothing for so long, and then
Is 80 hours not big? Because it sounds big to me.
No, that's why I said they always throw me a weird bone in the middle of doing nothing. That's what I'm saying. It always happens once a year, because usually from October till about April, it's like they don't move anything really. If they do, it's like they're all planning on something. But from April, right after taxes, through September, I'll be working like 80 to 90 hours a week. Every week.
No.
But make sure to get some time for yourself.
Indeed.
I will.
You know, the latest Kill Tony Netflix special just came out.
I did see that. I didn't watch it, but I will watch it, and I'll probably have my bag next to me in the garbage can. No, I'm just joking.
Well, it was quite fun. What about you, Charles? Anything come up comedy-wise this last week?
I just caught up with this drama between William Montgomery and Chad. Apologies, I forgot his last name.
Yeah, that's the least of William's dramas. Like, you should see some of the compilations where it's like William versus the guests, and oh my god, they're hilarious, man.
So, go on, Laps.
No, go ahead. You guys were talking about that. I'll wait.
I was just going to say, like, if this is an ongoing thing, then I really am kind of in the dark here, because I don't know much. So as much as you think I'm tainting the waters, like if that's the least of his problems, I really don't have much of an education on him and who he is. So to make you feel a little bit better.
We'll definitely get to that.
I did.
Yeah.
I watched a video that you posted in the Discord of The Comedy is Dead. And it shows that dude's from Friday Night Tights. He's on that show. And like I said about all of those dudes, they're an echo chamber waiting for the fart to get out, because if it did, they'd all be sniffing at the dude's ass who let it, because they're fucking machines. They don't think for themselves. That was one of the worst put
just
together
the conflation
things
between all kinds of comedy and therefore what you can and can't say. I don't know, Charles, I think you would have a heyday with this based off of you kind of chastising us for our calling everything comedy. Just, man, everything was lumped into comedy. The last good comedy was what was it, Black Books and Garth Marenghi's it's an interesting
so this
thing
the premise is comedy is dead, even though
completely
there's stand-up
yes
everywhere right now.
Yes,
right. And it's like he lumped in like movies, everything. It's just this comedy is dead type thing. And the funniest part is he championed Ricky Gervais, who literally, like, you watch his newest special, and it was basically like the 7 dirty words
version
I'm not allowed to say anymore now. And it's like, Jesus Christ, dude, I say that shit every day.
He also just
he
won a Golden Globe for it, and that was what part of this video was about. And it's like, you're saying comedy's dead except for the guy who won a Golden Globe on comedy. Like, I don't know. It's strange. So
it was very odd.
Anyway, that's something we might need to look at in the future. Say, maybe this is something that I should have brought up backstage. But Labs, would you mind bringing up that slideshow?
The rankings?
Yeah, that's the thing. So it was brought to my attention.
Oh no!
That, what are these blind rankings that we've been doing, and what's the purpose of them? So it kind of made me want to go down this I don't know what you want to call it, a rabbit hole of answering these questions. The blind ranking, why?
Scientific.
I think it's the only way to provide scientific insight about us. we don't know what's going on. There's controlled parameters in this thing. What can I say? It sounds like it's the only way to truly get to know your preferences, perhaps even better than you know them. That's what I'm thinking. But then it was also kind of brought to my attention that we have a couple problems with it. So not the least of which is it's dangerously undermonetized. Right now, we don't have any tie-ins with the Blind 5 ranking. And I think maybe we should. But the other criticisms are that, at times it's unfocused. And then how is it relevant? We're talking about some comedians that are from years ago. Could it be more relevant? And then, of course, the question that is burning everybody, why is here? So there are some solutions that just kind of came to mind, possible solutions. The first thing is, okay, so we could try and rely on the audience, but I don't think that would quite be fair to just rely on like super chats or comments to truly decide what we do with this. And the biggest con of that is that we're kind of at the whim of somebody else. We're not seizing the day ourselves.
Wait, at the whim of somebody else, like last and
like
when you present us with a blind five.
like we didn't have complete control or anything like that.
What a novel idea.
You know what I mean?
Who
it's
held
strange,
this
right?
focus group, by the way?
So, it was done. It was done in conjoint. There were people. But
your dogs.
There's other ways that we could seek monetization, and that could be, what if we used it as an advertisement? Don't think of it as selling out. Think of it as buying in. It's good times here. But we could also sell it to the highest bidder.
Someone should call FanDuel and see if they want to set up odds. Get a partnership where we're sponsored by FanDuel and they put odds on who number one would be.
Yes, that is the ultimate goal. That's where the real money is going to be once we do that. But before we get into the online betting, we could go legit. But online betting is always the goal. Just keep that in mind. Somehow we've got to get in with online betting. But there is a problem with that makes us spend a lot of our time seeking them out. So maybe we should just look into things that just seem to kind of fit, and then we can retroactively make them pay us or something, which is why the perfect solution to me, it exists in the sure to be retroactively approved Netflix advertisement for the RIP or the RIPD. I didn't really look up what the RIP or the RIP stands for, but it just makes sense. It's out this Friday, January 16th. You know the deal. It's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. They're finally together again on screen on Netflix. It's January 16th. The RIP.
This is the Carnahan film, isn't it?
Yeah, and they have the tagline, "The truth has a price," and lucky for them, so do we. And it's very
or trust or trust. If you read like I do, it says trust. There, MSK.
Yeah. I understand that that's what they're saying, but I'm saying that our trust also has a price. What can I say? Profits after this. But fair enough. Reading would probably help. This was last minute, but still, so it just makes sense to try and retroactively partner with them. I'm sure they'll agree to pay us after this. But that brings us to how we tie this in. So Lapsed, I know that you have a favorite Batman, and that happens to be Batfleck. So I think this just makes sense to me that we go with pro headline comedians that have been in a movie with Ben Affleck. So I'm going to need you to blindly rank them without knowing who's coming next.
Oh God.
It seems like a simple enough task, right? You love you some Affleck.
I don't mind Ben Affleck as Batman.
I know, Batfleck, your favorite.
I like tiny Ben Affleck sitting on.
I do like Ben Affleck as Batman. I'm not even joking. He is my favorite Batman.
Well, fair enough. But yeah, so let's start this out. Eddie Griffin, the bike messenger from Armageddon, or Armageddon, as some people say. But, he's one of your favorite headline comedians. Where would you put? Whoops.
Well, he got a secret.
Okay, so now I ruined the whole thing. But Eddie Griffin, 1 through 5, where would you put him?
4.
4. Okay.
Mhm.
Well,
Oh,
we
come
already
on.
ruined it, but
I
Jay
actually didn't even
Moore,
see the
who
screen.
plays
So
John Fisher in Air with him. Where would you put Jay Moore?
3.
Great
3.
bit about ATM machines. Great bit, if I do say so.
I mean, they're all headline comedians.
Hmm.
T.J. Miller, who plays
Oh.
Rory in Extract. Where would you put T.J. Miller, Labs?
2.
2.
Ooh.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
I just don't want to get tricked by the end.
who would be tricking you? So,
You.
of course,
You hate me.
the next one, there's a headline comedian. He's probably on the tip of all of your tongues. He's been in a couple of movies with Ben Affleck. Where would you rank Al Madrigal, who plays Dan in The Way Back, and then he was also in Air? Where would
I
you
don't-
put Al Madrigal?
I don't even know who that is.
How do you not know who Al Madrigal is? Come on, man.
Well, when you live the life that I do, you don't know who a lot of people are.
Okay,
5,
so
I
you got
guess. So my favorite
5, okay.
is going to be someone horrible.
So yeah, that means your favorite comedian that he has worked with in movies is Jeremy Piven, who
Okay.
played Buddy Israel in
Hey,
Smoking
you know
Aces.
what? You know what? I'll at least say this: Jeremy Piven and PCU, good shit.
That's
Okay.
right. That's a Carnahan film too.
So
Bringing it all back around. Very good, Gray.
Yeah, I'm trying here. I don't think they can retroactively say no to giving us money this way.
You
But,
owe us. You're going to get
Well,
our bill.
thank you, Laps. We learn a lot. We appreciate that. Again,
We learn a lot.
scientifically. Scientifically, this is calculations are made. We're seeing who you truly enjoy comedically. But yeah, that brings us to Charles.
Oh, no.
Say, Charles, I know your favorite,
Matt Damon?
actor of comedies happens to be Matt Damon. I know you've
Indeed.
brought this up a lot.
Indeed.
So there's been a lot of professional headline comedians, pro comedians, who have worked with them. So blindly rank these without knowing
Yeah.
who's coming next.
Yeah.
Dimitri Martin, who played Dr. David Eisenberg in
Holy
Contagion.
shit. 4.
4. Okay. Well, how about Jon Stewart, who played Jon Stewart in The Adjustment Bureau?
Shit. 2.
2. Okay. Tom Papa, who played Mick Andreas in The Informant.
Fudge. 3.
3.
It's
Okay.
going to suck.
Meaning you only have 5 and
5
1
and
left.
1.
Okay. Eddie Izzard.
Oh, wow.
Roman Nagel from Ocean's 13.
This is actually a pretty safe one for me. I'm okay with putting Eddie at 1.
At 1?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
ooh,
Unless Carlin is 5, then,
Well, that's the thing. So the fifth
oh
one
my God,
is
Dogma.
the late, the great. Well, are you forgetting about Jersey Girl? Oh, wait. Yeah. Damon wasn't in. Actually, he was. He wasn't an exec. But either way, the late, the great Bernie Mac, who's Frank
that's
Catton
bad
from
too.
Ocean's 11.
It's not quite as
I'm just
devastating
saying,
as Carlin.
to me, it is. How could you put him as
bad.
number 5?
It's bad.
That seems weird that you'd rate Dimitri Martin above Bernie Mac. But scientists, it's the only scientific way of truly knowing what your preferences were. So thank you. We much was learned.
Retroactively knowing things, if you put Carlin as last, that would have been pretty fucking devastating for me.
Great.
But,
I also have a top 5 for you, buddy.
yay!
Oh, nice. Well, before we get to that, we thank you in advance, Netflix, for allowing us to do this blind 5 ranking on behalf of the RIP or the RIP, whatever way you prefer it said. But yeah, it's out on Friday, so yeah, check that out, and I'm sure they'll be getting back to us with the agreement.
Yes. Please be nicer
have
to us than Warner Brothers is, Netflix. We love you.
All right, Gray.
But okay.
So this is the blind top 5 for you. Each of these comedians have been on television shows, and they have done comedy, at least on a stage. It has happened.
I am excited.
So your first one, you blindly rank these, And I'll
Okay.
keep track here.
Okay. Thank you.
First one is Jeff Foxworthy.
Mm-hmm. I think I'd go 4.
Okay.
I like me a Foxworthy, but I kind of have a feeling that you're going to give me like a Tim Allen or something.
If you
The next one would be Ellen DeGeneres.
You know, she's got some good bits, and Ellen was a show. Yeah, I'll go 3. I'll put her just above Foxworthy.
great boss, from what I understand.
Happy, fun time. The dances. It's the dances that get me.
All right.
Yeah, let's go 3 with Ellen.
The next one is Janine Garofalo.
Oh,
Ooh. I mean, it's a strong 2. She's the only one from that crowd that I know that's for sure been on Legion of Skanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd go Garofalo. She's way up there.
Your next one is Margaret Cho.
It depends. She had eras that I really liked her. I think she'd understand. I'm going to put her as a 5, but it's just so that I can
Gray,
get whoever this
your
next one
favorite-
is
your
that's
favorite.
a 1.
This is all
Indeed.
scientific. Is Kathy
It's
Griffin.
science right here.
It's Kathy
Oh,
Griffin.
I love me some Kathy Griffin, man.
No, you don't.
Are you kidding
Nobody
me?
does.
Suddenly Susan?
That's a lie.
Oh, what she did to
Liar.
Brooke Shields. Man, she made Brooke Shields
Liar.
palatable. Oh, are you kidding? She did the heavy lifting. She was the Andy Dick of that show.
she was in Pulp Fiction too, so whatever the hell
Now
that's worth.
now we know Gray has something in common with Mr. Montgomery. He lies.
The only thing, the only one in that group that I have a video that's partially on is Kathy Griffin, man. What can I
Hey, there
say?
you go. Well, she does
Yeah.
carry around severed heads of presidents.
I'm just
So,
saying,
Why can't
science.
you know, it is scientific. I know
I
next
wouldn't
week
have told
I'm
you
in
this
trouble.
before, but
I'm in trouble.
here we are. Oh, a little
so
bit.
much trouble. He looked at him. Yeah, he's like, "Fuck you, dude."
So, I guess
was-
that brings us
that
to
was-
the.
Very well put together, gentlemen. Good stuff.
I was going to use Michael Richards, but at least I didn't use that. 'Cause that
Ah.
could have been your number 1.
The impact, man. He had very little time on stage, but the impact, it is.
The impact.
It's
And
well known.
Stanley Spadowski was a man among men.
An artist with a broom.
That's very true.
So yeah, I guess that brings us to like the headliner, right?
Drum roll.
So now we're at William Montgomery. Okay, so there is something about this. Charles, I think you've been poisoning the well just a little tiny bit. And I'm not thinking that it's intentional or anything like that. I think you're a comedy purist. And I think you've called yourself that before. Something about anal, I don't remember. But yeah, anyway, you prefer jokes and you like your comedians to just kind of be there telling jokes. Where I think, like almost everyone on Kill Tony, almost everyone in Austin kind of came from that LA scene and they're more performance. It seems like they move around like a lot more on stage and they're kind of big character where you're right. It's not kind of all about the joke. And I think that's why I love William Montgomery. His jokes are pretty good, but man, his character is just amazing.
And I'm willing to admit there could be some sort of jealousy thing because I'm probably inverted from that. Like I want you to judge me based on the stage stuff, not me having a discourse with someone because I have social anxiety. I'm not about that. Don't judge me on. So I went to the store the other day. Can you believe it? Like that's not me. I will sound like shit if you're judging me based on back and forth with people, and I don't want to talk to people. The difference here is, we're thousands of miles away from each other. Way easy. I don't wear pants right now.
I don't know if Laps even owns pants, but either way, we're
Never
all
have.
here. I hear what you're saying. That being said, I did put this together and I kind of put it together your way that you requested. I don't think it's the proper way to digest William Montgomery. But
hold on.
go
So
right ahead.
the clarification here, in case you're wondering what this little experiment is, I asked Gray to get us performances from William Montgomery, but only the 1 minute, like the performance part where he's uninterrupted, separated that from the interview, the back and forth times on Kill Tony, because I think there's something different about them, and I just like to judge the alone on stage with the microphone.
So
And
yeah.
we do have one for Gray though. Look at that.
Oh yeah. I agree with you.
CMW
The thing is,
7242, William Montgomery.
and I
one of
bet
the best to do.
I bet CMW also gets it though, that like it's not necessarily the 1 minute, it's the whole performance, because he's out there. Almost every performance is over 5 minutes, but like there's 1 minute of it that is that stand up. We can definitely rank that, and man, he's got some great jokes in there, which I will show you in just a second. But it's the whole performance, man.
So to further taint the water, let me pee in the pool for a second here. As someone who all of my work was on the road, there's not a set of Kill Tony. There's not, 4 other comedians on stage with you having this back and forth. If you're getting booked in Scranton, PA, you can't do that banter back and forth. You're alone on the stage. So how would he do in that environment is my
I should have grabbed more of it, but part of it is not just banter between like him and Tony.
Okay.
It's kind of how he freaks out at the audience and like targets like a certain person.
I promise I will try to be open-minded.
I didn't grab as much of that. I was surprised how much of that he did in person. I thought that wouldn't translate, but I did see him like a year and a half ago open for Tony. It was pretty cool. It was a decent show. He had a full, whatever you want to call it, feature set. I dug what he was doing, but he did bring in bits of that where like his crowd work is kind of how he does the crowd work on Kill Tony, where he did just pick somebody out, and he likes to call them bitch, so that's kind of fun. But when he's just kind of like yelling at you, it's kind of fun.
Did he have his cards with him?
No. So, and we'll kind of get into that. So you'll see his first few sets, he doesn't use index cards, but man, he's writing literally a new set each week, and he's been on the show like 500 times. He's been a staple for over 8 years.
That shit doesn't impress me.
I hear it doesn't impress you, but like, would you remember a brand new minute of comedy each week, or would you possibly be looking at your notes? I think I would be looking at my notes if they're the new ones from that week.
The stuff that he says, though.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know. I'll give it to you. I will give it to you.
So it is some of the best feedback that Joe Rogan's ever given. But that comes up in this video.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do that each week. I'm not sure.
And like Nightmare Nerdscape says, you can't hone good material in a week and without a test audience. My thing is, why are you trying shit out on a podcast, a live thing that's going out to millions of people? That is, in my opinion, that is the worst way to work things out. And it's my opinion.
I grabbed a bunch of his sets and I did it in chronological order so you can kind of see how he's evolved a little bit over the years, but I don't think he gets nearly enough credit for the jokes because it's kind of the bits that people remember. And there's eras, and those eras kind of are categorized by the bits. Like there's definitely like his cocaine era, his sponsorship era, the raisin bread era. It kind of keeps going on from there. The soups era.
So to that point, like when people reduce Sam Kinison to just being the guy who screams, like that makes me feel shitty because he was a really good writer. I get it. I get that's what like obviously is the loudest part of him and probably the most memorable. But he was a good writer. That sucks. That's the way he's remembered like that.
Well, it does suck. Like that first album is just like amazing, and then kind of you see glimmers of it and like Kinison's other stuff, but it doesn't feel like it was ever on that same level. It's like the drugs really took a hold.
The early 90s just not his best work, like at all.
But so I do have all of his sets kind of broken up, and then I have kind of a stop point, and we can. So after each one, I do have a little stop where we can talk about it. But I think we should take on his sets as a whole, and we'll kind of go from there. But then I think I've got a little extra something that'll hopefully get you guys to love him.
Okay.
But, without further ado, let the man speak for himself.
I can't tell whether he's a genius or he's crazy. So here he is for
Yeah,
you,
tiny.
ladies and gentlemen,
This is the
William
first one.
Montgomery. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise one more time for William Montgomery.
I'm gonna lose the fucking caboose!
That is the train conductor with the gambling problem. I like it when my mom goes out of town because I get to sleep on her side of the bed.
Good joke.
I have a friend who's paralyzed from the waist up, which is a blessing because he's a dancer.
I just spent $30 fucking on the ecstasy. The least you can do is buy the movie tickets.
It's an impression of my uncle in '94 before we went to go see the movie Twister. So I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to heroin. It makes my stomach hurt. I'm not a big fan of hallucinogens, but I love how acid makes evanescent sound.
Fuck yeah. William Montgomery, ladies and gentlemen.
What? So behind him, was that him getting the light? Was the light the old version of the cat meowing?
No, I think the lighting guy just liked him or something. I have
do you know
no
what I'm
idea.
saying,
They
Greg?
don't give you like a warning. Yeah, it was just the meow is what
Okay.
kind of gets him off there. But man, there's some funny jokes in there, and this was his original
Sure.
material. So he didn't just write these each week to bring in there. He had been a comedian for like 11 years, and I think most of that was in LA or at least around that area because he was
Uh-huh.
able to go in when they were still at the store. But yeah, man, your thoughts on it? So a lot of it is one-liners, and that's kind of his whole stand-up.
Yeah. So this isn't exactly a bucket pull then, because Tony.
No, he was.
No, but Tony had awareness of him. Tony said, "I'm not sure
Yeah.
if he's a genius or what or whatever he said." So
Cut
he had
some of it
awareness.
off for. So he was aware of him. I cut some of it off, but yeah, Tony picks out a name from the bucket and then said, "Oh, I don't remember if this guy has been on before. If not, I remember this guy. He's weird." So he had seen him around, probably at the store at a different open mic, but
Uh-huh.
he had not done Kill Tony. This is his first 100% first documented
Uh-huh.
performance on there.
Okay.
But there are accusations that the bucket polls are not real. I don't know. This would have been like 8 years ago at the store. when it was
I would
still
argue that
somewhat small.
that's reality TV shit happening right there because
Maybe.
I don't know. Like I've done just regular open mics where you know when you're going on 2 or 3 spots ahead because they
Mhm.
want to keep the show going.
And they've
so-
got that going now. There are eras in the show where they didn't, and you had to wait like 2 minutes for the person
Yeah.
to take the stage.
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, it's
But like the
it's okay.
I get to sleep on her side of the bed joke.
That was a
I
good
love
joke.
that one.
Yep.
Man, there's some awesome ones in there. But that whole like yelling thing, man, I dig it. But you're only saying part of what he does. And I had to kind of cut off the interview because then he kind of explains what this dude's deal is. But we're only interested in the jokes right now.
Very good, Grace. Thank you.
Lapsed, any thoughts on his first set?
Nope.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see set
No,
number 2.
I'm sorry. It's like I thought the mom bed joke was funny, but the other stuff I just don't like. It just does. It's not funny to me.
Oh,
because,
come
like,
on.
It's not like I told you guys a joke that I did at a thing and I thought that was way more funny than the jokes that dude was doing.
Oh, come on, man. I don't like hallucinogens, but I like the way it makes Evanescence sound. That's
Right.
hilarious to me, man. I think he's got some awesome little one-liners.
Yeah, it's misdirection to a certain degree. Like then you got if you think about it for a second, you get where the joke is I don't like heroin. It makes my stomach feel bad or something like. Yeah,
Mhm.
you get that. Like, opiates give you constipation. It's interesting. It's hard hardly revolutionary. It's hardly a new style.
Well,
seems like
he
he's
was. I was going to
Sorry.
say he's just a regular bucket pull for his first 5 sets, and then
Okay.
something was seen after that. So
Okay,
you want to see set number 2?
sure.
Hit the button. So eventually, there we go.
So I've
I think
got
I said
a,
that. There we go.
whistling album coming out in a couple weeks. It's about what it sounds like, just my brother and me whistling songs like Jingle Bells the night before Christmas. Where'd the cookies go? Smells like Dad's been down here. Who put so many logs on the fire? Why does he have to drink so much? Be quiet, I hear him. Get behind the sofa, he'll see you. Who's he yelling at? Oh my God, what has happened? Stop saying that and get behind the sofa. He's staring right at you. How doesn't he see you? With classics like Get Under the Porch, I hear his truck coming up the driveway. Please eat it. He'll just get more mad if you don't. And it's not a ghost in the closet, it's just Dad. So I'm pretty sure I have lupus. I have
Apparently, I might have cut off the last part of that lupus thing. Well, I suck at editing.
What's the punchline?
That's a good question. Apparently, I cut off the punchline there.
Now
I
who's tainting
apologize.
the waters, Gray?
I am totally tainting it. I totally put this stupid smoke effect over his final joke. That's not cool.
Yeah, that's cool. As a
but-
comedian, I really appreciate the punchline getting just absolutely demolished.
Yeah, that's what you look for in comedy. Yeah, I mean, the list thing, though. So this is the first time that he did one of those types of lists. I absolutely love this list. It's kind of amazing.
But
To me,
the set, the
Yeah,
songs
so-
that are on a CD.
some of his things are like that, but man, the commitment to going into the bit, I absolutely love it. So that is one of his bits that he's had for quite a long time that he kind of just brought to this. I'm assuming he thought that bit was going to last the whole 60 seconds.
So
And then when it didn't, he kind of threw in the lupus thing. Because I don't think there's a proper punchline to it.
again, that sounds like something that I wouldn't call stand-up material. If you had like one of those SNL fake commercial things, and it were this, just listing off songs that just further make it seem like your dad is an abusive shit, like that. That's where that environment feels.
Or telling a story and it's like animated, and you see them
Yeah.
doing all the things that he's saying.
Yeah, and slowly over the course of the video, it gets like really more and more creepy,
Worse and worse and worse.
Right.
Yeah. hmm
And Justin points out that even when he's not reading off cards, it sounds like he is. For almost any of his other material that you can find online, he's literally reading it off of either a card or a notebook, especially like his early days. It looks like that is kind of what he does for the jokey joke things. But you're not wrong, and he does become a different person once he sets down the note cards. But we'll get to that in a little bit. But if you notice, this is 2 sets, no note card. I think I skipped 2 sets now. I think this is set number 5, and I believe right after this is when he was asked to be a regular.
I obviously got the recessive gene, but the interesting thing is both of my parents are black. I just discovered Viagra doesn't protect you against AIDS.
What the fuck am I gonna do?
I got roofied at the strip club the other day, which ended up being a nightmare because I had to dance in the next 5 minutes.
I'm white with black stripes.
That is the racist zebra. So I got high the other day, which ended up being a nightmare because I had to dance in the next 5.
Ooh, what was that?
That was hilarious, man. I absolutely love that. Like, I got roofied at a club the other day, and then the misdirect to, because I had to dance in 5 minutes. So
Why
his
did he
whole, because
redo-
his whole thing is being weird. So then he gets weird and trails off.
Yeah.
It seems out of context when you don't have the other half of the performance. So it's not even half. You've got like a fifth of the performance. So almost every one of his interviews is 5+ minutes. You're just seeing a minute of comedy, and they all
I
kind
get
of
that,
build
Greg.
off of each other.
And I have a
just
position
saying,
that I'm
man.
defending, and I just wanted to be clear that the stand-up portion is very different than the
I hear you,
exchanges.
but it's not all the comedy here, and that's not.
That's fair.
You're saying that this isn't the advertisement, and it's like you're
But
right. It's not.
But what I'm
Foot in the
saying
door.
is,
The
if I'm
advertisement is what unfolds.
what I'm saying is, if I'm the owner of the Giggles Bar and Grill in Mount Vernon, and I'm trying to book this guy, I'm nervous about having him.
Dude,
Granted,
if I'm in the same room as this guy, I'm nervous. Like, have you seen his personality? That's what it's about, though.
well, listen, I got
he
to
seems
sell.
unpredictable.
I
He's
got
a
to
wild
sell.
card.
I got to sell jalapeno poppers and
Right.
six drinks.
But like, you just like, yeah, that might
Racist
be his whole
zebra
shtick,
joke?
but like,
It
dude,
did
if I'm
nothing
in-
for you.
I could be a murderer, and it doesn't make me any less murdery because that's what I'm about.
Well, I agree with you. He is a murderer.
I didn't say
just
that. I
wait,
said
you haven't
I
seen a
could be.
murder yet. I think we're splitting hairs here. But
Gray's doing a play on killing the audience.
No, I get it.
off
I
of
get what he's saying, and I just
off of
like,
that performance, though, he did really good in front of everybody for the interview, and that's when he was offered to be a full-time member, to be a regular. And it kind of went a little bit from there. He kind of gained more confidence. That's the first time I've seen him trail off a set, or the last time I saw him trail off a set like that. Which
it doesn't make sense to me. If you watched someone on America's Got Talent and they gave you that performance and they got put through, people would be very angry. Very angry.
but it's not that performance. There's also an interview section, and there's more going on behind the scenes. You know, there's like paperwork and shit for that show. This is just an interview, and then you probably have to be friends at the bar at Mitzi's afterward. But I'm going a little bit forward in time now.
Yo, make some noise if you like Tim Lincecum.
In 2010, my daughter was born, but the only thing greater than that was the
Giants winning the World Series.
So I have a movie coming out. It's called Allah, and in Alaska, it's about a Muslim man who falls in love with a lady dog sled racer from Anchorage. But their relationship is put to the test when Ramadan falls during the Iditarod.
I love that joke.
San Francisco, if I end up jumping off a bridge,
It's gonna be from the Golden Gate Bridge.
I believe I had that backwards, because I know it was after the San Francisco gig that he was offered it. I believe that was actually his 5th appearance, and that was the one that he was offered on. So I apologize for giving that incorrect
Can
information.
you guys hear me? Okay, yeah.
Now it can.
Good.
Now I can.
Because my mic went out for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, shit. Okay. I hear you, Justin. You're saying read, loud. I got you. Oh, load. He did have a big finisher there. I agree. He got the crowd interested, using a regional reference. Your bridge would be the bridge that I would
sure,
choose.
okay, sure.
And I
don't know,
listen,
man.
I understand that there's an interview thing, right? I'm only judging him off the material he's saying, and that's fine. If the interview is where it really is, then maybe stand-up isn't what he's made for. Maybe writing on a show or something.
I would agree with that.
Dude,
That
I did a rod and Ramadan. Oh man, I absolutely love that joke.
Yeah,
It's so wordy for no reason, just to get to like a sounds alike thing.
Yeah, but
It's great.
That's like something you can get passed along in an email. It's a GIF that you just look at the words and like, funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to. You don't need to go out to the comedy club for that. Again, I'm not saying I'm not saying he's not funny. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be writing. But I don't know if the stage for stand up is probably the best place or representation to show off his qualities. I think writing for something and I don't know, even if it were, being a writer on a some sort of show, letting him kick out some of those weird bits.
But that's what he is, man. He is the weird bits, and the weirdness works once you kind of get to know his personality, which you're not getting from just this. You just get a little bit of weird, but
that's why we're doing.
I can still get you,
right?
Yeah, so I think I can still get you. Well, we're going this way against. Hey, I'm your William Montgomery Sherpa, and I advised against this journey. I said instead, let's go full force into each performance, but I'll lead you up this mountain.
Right.
But
so again,
you're only getting partial.
Gray, again, I present this challenge to you. You are the owner of the Chuckles Bar and Grill in random podunk small town USA, and you're trying to book this guy based on his ability to kill a crowd. Only stand up. Are you comfortable doing that?
It depends. Is he opening for Rogan or Hinchcliffe?
No.
Then probably not at this point.
Okay, and that is my exclusive point here.
For my own personal satisfaction, if he did come and he did bring a synthesizer, I would be so happy. I just would not expect to sell a lot of chicken wings or whatever else we're supposed to. Nachos? I think that's like the universal comedy club thing.
Yeah, man. Potato chips. Potato chips. French fries, cheese fries.
Mozzarella sticks.
Yeah.
The best.
You got to get rid of those sweet gold onion rings.
I think from here, I did a little bit of a time jump. So now he's a regular. He's got his confidence up a little bit. I think you'll get to know him through his minutes now.
But wait a minute. If being weird is his thing, shouldn't he already have his confidence? Like if that's his thing,
that's part of it is that shy thing, but he completely abandons that. That was kind of phase one, William.
Well, wouldn't the 11 years before he was ever on this show be the confidence?
So I understand what you're saying, but his character was kind of that like insecure, like had to dance in 5 minutes. Like he kind of doesn't go back to that character again, but that's kind of where he started his journey. So I think you'll see little changes in his personality, but you might see the introduction of index cards.
So wait.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I hit the button, but it takes like 5 seconds, so we're good. Nothing.
What was he doing in the 11 years? Was he a road comic? Was he performing specifically in one place? I'm trying to think if perhaps there's a chance I crossed paths with him because if he's doing it,
he was in LA. A lot of it was he was a heavy alcoholic, so he'd bring like beers to open mics and shit. So it wasn't a lot of road work or anything like that, from what I understand.
All right, so chances are slim, especially if he's a West Coast guy. The chances are slim that I might have crossed paths with him. Okay,
I think so. But, so part of this, he still is in his alcoholic phase, but it hasn't gone full blown yet.
It's a character.
I mean, that wasn't part of the character.
Make some noise for William Montgomery, everybody.
So I did quite a time jump on this, actually. Ooh.
Thank you for the K2.
So now they've gone to Austin. So there is a complete era that I left out. So I can't remember how many he did. I want to say it was under 20 shows, and then all of a sudden the pandemic hit. They did Zoom for like a year, and maybe it wasn't even a year. It felt like it was a year. They were not fun shows. You can go back and watch them, but it's people like in their own houses trying to. It looks like a Zoom call. It's not great. So I didn't include any of those, but when they first got to Austin, they were doing one venue. This is that first venue. So COVID is kind of when his alcoholism hit him kind of the heaviest. So
isn't it all of ours?
So he moved to Austin.
Yeah. He did. He moved with the show.
I thought I'd do some movie reviews real quick. Gremlins. Their dad got stuck in the chimney pretending to be Santa Claus. Yeah, I'm guessing this family is dumb. Pass. Hook, starring Robin Williams, where he's a man that has an inner child. I think I saw this movie the first time when it was called a Robin Williams movie. Pass. Schindler's List, needs more action scenes, less anorexic nudity. Next. Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Guess what? Deserved the Oscar. Next. Boss Baby 2. We need a black Boss Baby movie. Until then, I'm not watching. Next. Darkest Hour, starring Gary Oldman as Winston Churchill. We need a black Winston Churchill movie. Until then, I'm not watching. Next. Fern Gully. We still have a rainforest, so quit trying to guilt trip me for burning down trees in California. Next.
I like the
good
last
writing.
one. I like the last one.
I like all of it. Even like his trope of like until we get a black Winston Churchill thing. His pandering, like it's weird. He's doing shit on a meta level that I'm sure he's aware of. But
Oh no,
yeah,
the writing's
it's-
good. The writing's good. The environment is where I'm having a bit of a disconnect. It's solid writing. But
and
again,
I tried to grab some sets that I think might apply to you guys. There might be more movie references than one would have thought. But again, he's got like 500 of these.
like let's pretend for the sake of argument that show business is on the level of our friend Cody. Like you have a couple 100,000 subscribers, and show business is a thing that people tune into. Him closing the show out with something like that is a great comedic closer to an otherwise different experience. An online show where, it's tailored to a specific thing and it's very funny. It's kind of commenting on a couple of things at once. Like if you know, and then it's got that social commentary that, Hollywood's a little fucking ridiculous. I think it's strong. I think there's a place for it, but
I mean, I don't know, dude. The freaking the Schindler's List joke, like that's, to me, that's
Dude, it's
just easy.
hilarious.
No, it's not, dude. Because I could think of
It is so hilarious.
Schindler's List is so inaccurate, dude. Because Jews don't smoke. Ha ha! Waka waka waka! Come on, man.
But saying
Yeah,
your criticism of it is less emaciated nudity. Next.
Right,
To
but
me,
I'm
that's
saying, like,
hilarious,
that's
man.
easy.
I love the
That's, like-
wordplay in that, and that being the reason. To me, that's awesome. Like, that's amazing writing.
so I agree. For the record, the writing's fantastic. I will give full credit there. I keep thinking of me, the MC, me, the feature, where if we're at a club and I have to either go in front of or after this guy, I don't know what to do with the audience because it's very different. Like I don't know if they like it. I don't know how to keep that going. If they hate it, I don't know what direction to go in. And that could be
Yeah.
a statement to how shitty I am. But as far as the flow of an evening, for the sake of the crowd, it's very specific and tailored to something. Where
Mhm.
to bookend that is something of a task.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say that he has any perfect sets. Almost every single one of his sets has like at least one that bombs, which I don't know. I would not have the balls to do that, especially on a platform as big as Tony's. But he seems to be just fine with it. He had this entire run where he was just doing Aphex Twin jokes. Not one of those has ever landed, but the punchline was always Aphex Twin. And every single time it would bomb. And he did this for like, I don't know, 4 months straight, something like that.
Mhm.
I absolutely love those, but I didn't grab any of those as examples because I think you'd kind of have to know what he is and what he's doing. But
Great.
man,
why,
it is ballsy what he's doing.
Why do you love them? Is it the day the laughter died thing?
You can see, yeah, I think that's a lot of it, but you can see the absolute delight in him that it's not working. And man, then he starts yelling at the audience for not getting it. And it just, it works so great.
Yeah. So
for me, it's all part of the package, which
fair-
we're
fair
only getting
enough.
a
The-
glimpse of the package.
the bet Midler shits yodels, nobody believes me, could be my favorite joke that he's like, let me read my notes. Dice in his Day the Laughter died thing goes, let me go back to my notes. And he says, that Midler shits yodels. Nobody believes me. I don't understand that, but that just everything surrounding that moment, it fucking kills me every time. I cannot explain to you why it's funny, what the fuck is funny about it, but it gets me every time.
Yeah. And it could be that. I'm also kind of weighing my wife in on some of this, and I don't know, man. She loved William long before me. I have what got me to love him a little bit later in this, but I'm still going to try and win you over with just the sets. I think we're getting a little warmer to something that you guys might like. Last, I understand you've got a hard shell that we haven't penetrated yet, but maybe this next set will do it.
It's kind of awkward when you're looking at hot chicks on Instagram and all of a sudden an Amber Alert pops up on your phone. A true marketing genius would sell ads on Amber Alerts. Kaylee Henson, 8 years old, Plano, Texas. 2-for-1 margaritas tonight at Chili's nationwide. Ashlyn Parker, 11 years old, Fort Worth, Texas. Last seen in a black Chevy Cruze. Check out Dave & Buster's new Eat and Play menu for a limited time only. Miguel Rojas, 10 years old, Round Rock, Texas. Currently wearing a blue cap and khaki shorts. 0 down, 0% APR financing on all Toyota trucks during Toyotathon. But also remember, with Kill Tony, get free shipping on 4 hymns by using promo code Amber Alert at checkout.
That was good. The last part, last thing he said was
now good. He's starting to do like tags for the set, and he's like getting more of what the set should kind of be. From this point on, he let him kind of decide where he would end the set. The cat wasn't the decider. It still got it around there, but what part of that kind of won you over? Because I thought you'd hate this, where so this is his list thing. He starts doing a bunch of lists where it's kind of the same joke, but kind of keeps going on. I thought for sure you'd absolutely hate that, Lapsed.
The end of it was funny. I thought that was funny with the promo code. I thought that was pretty good. Yeah. The other stuff I don't know. Maybe it's I just don't get why it's funny. Maybe that's.
It's just inappropriate to put an ad on an Amber Alert. But then,
of course it is.
He's giving you way too many examples of it. Yeah, it's kind of his thing. I enjoy those jokes. My wife absolutely hates it when he goes into the lists.
So it's interesting to me because Nightmares and Nerdscape says these would be great for someone to expand on and use for monologue. This most recent occurrence, the Amber Alert thing, feels like a grittier version of something that Patton Oswalt would do. Patton Oswalt would do something like this, but there'd be a bit more around it. Like his bit on Piss Drinkers magazine. It's an absurd thing. And he goes into it, but he paints the picture of the absurd thing that he's presented. I don't know if the name of the set or the bit is called Piss Drinkers, but there's something that Patton Oswalt does about a steak place. Very similar vibes to it. See, now I'll do my homework and try to find those Patton Oswalt bits because they feel samey to me, and it's not a good thing or a bad thing. Yes, we know it's comedy. This is something of a project we're doing. Relax.
Well, yeah,
but I agree with you. Lighten up, guys.
Just because it's comedy,
enjoy yourself.
I could go to a comedy show and someone can still suck.
Yeah.
Well, luckily we're not getting that with William Montgomery here. He's amazing. But I hear the most racing did happen to mention that he's trying to do a Mitch Hedberg thing. I think it's just the one-liners, and he is going weird with it. But I'm not seeing a lot of kind of observational one-liners. They're kind of.
The other thing is, we're treating this we're psychoanalyzing things, but what do you think comedians do when they're working on material? They don't just go on stage, they're funny, and then they go home. There's work that's done on this. There's, when there's writing for these things, they're working out what works, what doesn't. What do I think is funny? Because these people just don't go on stage and go, bleh, and then it's just, I'm funny. And then I stop when the cat meows. There's ways to go through this that you figure out, oh, this works. Oh, what if I used this punchline instead? So we're kind of doing a little bit of that. So yeah, we understand it's comedy, but enjoy the critique, the writing process, if you will.
Well, and I put it in the comment section why they're wrong, because they're wrong for not enjoying it. It's comedy. Lighten up, guys. Colin's Movie Club.
I'm a very serious man. You can tell by what I surround myself with at the age
Indeed.
that I am.
What a serious character.
Definitely
but yeah,
am. Take life too serious.
Colin's Movie Club is saying he doesn't watch a ton of Kill Tony, but his god, Arimati, is the killer. That dude is such a killer. I absolutely love Arimati. We need to get into him at some point, but I think there's other ones we need to see before we see the next star. You'll be seeing a lot of him.
Finish your dinner before you start talking about dessert, please. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, he is no dessert, sir. He is a meal unto himself. Okay. And one day he will be
finish your lunch
meal.
Before you take on the dinner.
How dare you refer to him as only a snack? But yeah, let's go in. I think this is still post-pandemic. I'm not sure if this is Antone's or if they moved to Vulcan. I know that first one was Antone's. I think this is, now they've moved to Vulcan.
Wherever they've been moving to in between sets, man, it's got to be near a buffet. Jesus Christ.
So it's after COVID time. I mean,
Lord.
COVID wasn't nice to everybody, man.
It wasn't
he
nice
had a real
to me.
drinking problem. But keep that in mind when you're seeing him now. Yes, this was him at his kind of worst, but you'll see him differently soon. Big Papa Musk is saying too many donuts between sets.
After
he was
watching
drinking
the
his
movie
donuts.
Pearl Harbor, it made me wish the Japanese had come back to finish the job. Boys to men, prove it. We need to include cornhole in the Olympics to be more inclusive of gay people.
There you go.
This is my impression of a little person asking questions about a script during his audition. Okay, it says here that I didn't get knocked around like a soccer ball. Is that a euphemism? I thought that was going to go so much better. Oh my God.
I think there was another line
joke.
and then a meow.
Yeah, I like
most of that set, man.
That's part of the problem with either you're all in or it's slim pickings. Either you're with it, you're like, this is fucking weird, I'm all about it, or it's like 1 out of 5. Like, oh, that was good.
Come on, the Pearl Harbor one was great.
Yeah. But it's just that, like, so to be fair, I'm not the type of person that just, like, random sentences just fucking vomited all over the place. I would like, give me something around that. Give me, 5 minutes on what you think about Pearl Harbor. Why is that your statement? But like just saying one thing and then starting completely differently and saying something else, there's no real flow to it. There are, again, this is me and how I feel about things. There's funny things said, but as far as stand-up is concerned, I don't think that's the environment for this. Again, quality writing, but it's a different thing, I would say, a different place.
I
You're
agree
totally
with
not wrong.
Justin on this. Just for he was actually being silly a little bit. So it was like that. The one joke did hit for me, and his demeanor was more funny in that to me. It was a little bit more funny, and I think that's also when he's like so serious and he's saying stuff. It's like I get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get the wacky looking person who's, you know, walking a razor's edge saying crazy shit. I get that. But like, I think that if he does the same thing, but he was acting like he was there, like real silly about it and being unaware, that to me is funnier. So that's just my perspective.
This is a different era. This is definitely like I'm not sure if this is quite the sober era or if this is the end of the cocaine era. They kind of blur, but he definitely has a slightly different persona at this point. I absolutely love this era, but what he's doing is a lot of what Charles is asking for. Where so he brought up Pearl Harbor, and then you said, "I wish he kind of went on to expand upon that." That's literally what happens in the interview. Tony calls him out like 3 or 4 different times in just the like 10 sets that I was watching earlier, where he's like, oh, okay, William referenced this movie in his minute. That probably means that he watched it. And then they have a discussion about it. It does go further into the bit. And then he does have more weird takes. And it's hilarity that ensues.
Yeah.
I absolutely love me some William Montgomery. I haven't convinced you yet. I can tell.
No, that's fair. And again, the whole idea of what Kill Tony is a little foreign to me. It's a little performative. It's a little podcasty
Very
more than it's a bit more podcasty than it is stand up. So like I'm having a difficult time. Again, what it is probably jealousy more than anything else. Like if I were to go up there and do that, I would be like, one of those segments, I'd be fucked. Whether it be I think. Actually, the stand-up thing, I'd be fine. But when they start talking to me, I'm like, I don't like talking to people. Can we please end this?
Well, and if he wants to be a dick, too, it's like, what's the most amazing thing that everybody in the world needs to know about you that you've done in your life right now? Go. Like, I guess Laps can answer that on the spot. But if he wants to be an asshole about it, you know, you can really put on that pressure instead of just being like, so how long have you been doing comedy?
Right.
Tell us a little about yourself.
That's where it feels like America's Got Talent type shit.
Yeah, and I mean, there is that. I mean, and I understand, Charles, what you're saying, because it's true. When you watch the America's Got Talent and you see the story of the person and then the possible amazing thing they can do afterwards, you connect more. Right. So it's weird doing it in the opposite way of not knowing anything of this person and then you get to know them afterwards. So it's a little bit different. In that scape. I could say this. I thought that was way better than the other stuff that I had seen before. I give it to him there. Even though I didn't care like about the personality showed through more to me in that minute than any of the other ones. Cause I was like, oh, okay. I get what I understand what he's doing. And
just wait, man.
Then I was
going
like,
to see him shine through.
Okay.
So
he can be silly about it and not like a crazy weirdo.
And I want to be crystal clear that I certainly have material that you wouldn't be surprised if you heard it coming out of William Montgomery's mouth. But my thing was always, I would use that as like a pivot point. Like me, that interview portion does sometimes redeem a bad set and you get a little of their personality and the comedy ends up coming naturally during the interview. That's fair. I recognize that. I absolutely recognize
There's a lot of people that get the big joke books from the interview, not from the set. But it is that foot in the door thing.
Yeah. So what I don't know what my point was. Using a set full of what I would call pivot points is interesting because they're just pivots. There's no, segue from A to B. Like if I was stuck in trying to just change things, if I didn't like the way something was going, or I didn't have a smooth transition, I would ask the audience, if you have sex with a Siamese twin, is that considered a threesome? And it's not really meant to go anywhere. It's just asking them a weird question where it's like, then I'd put a tag like, if 2 Siamese twins have sex, is that an orgy? And then every time, it doesn't matter how the response is, I would always say, well, I guess that's not that funny. And then transition like, oh, that material's down the drain, but it was never meant to go further.
Do you think,
I think there's a lot of that he's doing,
as opposed to bits, because it's only a minute?
One more time, Lapsed. I'm sorry.
Do you think that it's different because these aren't really sets, they're bits, and it's only a minute? You know what I mean? Because you can't really connect something unless you say something right at the beginning and then right at the end.
Yeah, and you're right.
So it might be a little bit different. And I get where you're coming from because like we've seen on this, because it's a lot of Gray showing me and you different things. We're from the same mindset. You were an actual comedian, but I watched your era and before that. So I know, you know what I mean? I think the same thing as you.
Yeah.
I didn't know Charles was part of the vaudeville era.
Yeah, dude, it was hard seeing in black and white, man. Until they gave us those corrective lenses.
I opened for Charlie Chaplin, damn it.
Buster Keaton, dude, that's my guy.
Many people don't know this about me, but I have a huge following down in Tamaulipas, Mexico. Unfortunately, they don't always understand everything I'm saying, so I brought my translator. Give it up for my translator, y'all.
Then he started doing bits for his minute, which are kind of fun.
Interpreter, Daddy. Ain't nothing trans about me.
Yeah, so, like this is...
We didn't agree you could say that. What's the deal with Senator Ishmael Garcia Cabeza de Vaca? That dude knows how to eat some tacos. It's like, come on, Ishmael, where are you from? Tamaulipas or Brownsville?
¿Qué pedo con el senador Ismael García Cabeza de Vaca? Ese güey sabe comer tacos, ¿que no? ¿Qué onda, Ismael? ¿De dónde eres? ¿De Tamaulipas o de Brownsville?
I like Velcro condoms because they're easier to put on and they're thicker.
Me gustan los condones de Velcro porque son más fácil para poner y están más gruesos.
I don't know if y'all have been to the Regional Museum of History of Tamaulipas in Victoria recently, but who's running those exhibits now? Pee Wee Herman?
No sé si han ido al Museo Regional de Historia de Tamaulipas en Victoria recientemente, pero ¿quién se está encargando de esas exposiciones? ¿Pee Wee Herman?
Who is that? Who was that guest? Wait.
Good question. I did not
It's
mark
fine if you
down
don't know.
who was there. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. I was just looking at Tony's teeth.
Yeah, it's hard to miss. Elon is AI says he's hitting the ball every pitch, not all home runs. I would agree with that, but sometimes they're tips. Sometimes they're infield hits. I would call some of them ground outs if we're going to stay on that metaphor. I don't think, he, depending on the audience, you could interpret it that, but that comedian that was a guest, or that person who was a guest, the guy in the white, wasn't having a good time. It was quite clear. And I feel like that's part of the thing here. As someone who's not been for everyone, there are times where in his eye, it was nothing but swings and misses. I get it. And I want to say it again, there's good writing there. That's a good bit for something. First, again, if you want to do an SNL bit on that, it feels like classic 70s SNL, if anything. But
so I included that one not because of just a bit, but I think you get a little bit more of his personality. So it's not that kind of timid, I'm just going to trail off as the joke. Instead, he seems to be pretty sure of himself enough so that he'd bring a translator and talk about his fame and
wait. Interpreter. There's nothing about him.
You're right. That was my bad. I was corrected, and yet, I said it again. I kind of dig it because there's a lot of these tongue-in-cheek things where it makes you question kind of, all right, is he poking fun at, this Austin stereotype? I don't know if he shares the same sentimentality with everybody there.
Yeah,
but I dig him, man.
So
or
hold
is
on.
it? Oh.
Go on, Laps.
I would say, or is it like the dumbing down of when someone, especially Spanish, which is spoken very fast, but then you add a proper name at the end of it, because we've all seen this, Pee Wee Herman. Like, is that the thing?
Oh,
that was
man. Velcro condom though. That was hilarious.
I took that as rule of thirds. Like the first thing was just straightforward, and the third time he did the interpreter, the last thing was Pee Wee Herman. That's what I took that as.
Okay, all right.
But Come on, the Velcro condom joke. That's hilarious.
I mean, it would have been never. And I'm not even going to say it. Not even going to say it.
The fact that he makes somebody translate that joke, I think that makes it even funnier. But fair enough. To each their own.
Great.
Now I believe they're at Vulcan. Oh, yes, sir.
Great. If I ever start doing comedy again, I need you to defend anything I do, please.
I will. I'm not going to defend every joke of his, but my God, man, that condom joke is hilarious. Yeah, I think we're at Vulcan Gas Company now, which is their second location in Austin. So it's the one that they had right before the mothership.
The fact that Kermit the Frog didn't win an Oscar for the Muppet movie says a lot about Hollywood. For the ladies out there, I just want to tell you that I'm sorry about what Texas has done. Now you only have 6 weeks to murder an innocent child. I know typically you try to string them along, give them hope that they may actually see the light of day, but sorry, psychos, only 6 weeks.
That's good.
The other day, somebody told me that before he died, Christopher Reeve refused to stand for the national anthem. Yes, this abortion thing is pretty controversial. Apparently, abortion decreases the crime rate, but consequently increases the going to hell rate.
Is that Alex Jones?
I don't even know why I'm
It
telling
is.
these jokes. I can't even get into the 700 Club. Why did Hunter Biden impregnate an Afghani refugee? G had a big butt.
I don't know, man. For me, that's one of my top sets of his. I just absolutely love it.
good.
I think he was on fire in this era. But yeah, that was in front of Alex Jones. He had another episode where Alex Jones was on, and there was interaction between them, and it was not great. But this one, dug it.
That was his best thing. I thought the going to hell part, I thought would have been since he already called it murdering, if he would have said something like it decreases the crime rate, but also increases the crime rate because they're murdering. That would, but overall, by far, the best thing that I've seen him do.
I agree. And it's very strong and it's challenging. He's making a joke about
topical,
something.
man.
It's topical, it's challenging. It hits hard, and the writing is very strong. I would agree that is the strongest material that I've seen of his.
Hell yeah. I was trying to take you on a journey. I think we're still on the way up here, but hopefully we haven't peaked. So I think this one is also themed. But yeah, this is when it feels like you're really getting his personality, and he just seems to be on a roll. But I'll let you decide.
No more abortions. What is this, the Supreme Court or the Supremes Court? Baby love, my baby. Okay.
Such an awesome, stupid joke.
I was
Joe
hoping
Rogan
that part
judging
would make
comedy,
people
huh?
laugh if I tried to sing that. Ellen DeGeneres' old girlfriend Anne Hesh just died in a terrible car crash, and I've heard Ellen is taking it very hard. I guess there's a first time for everything.
She's a fucking lesbian!
The first yell that made me laugh.
Imagine if you were a ghost and you found out that in the last election you voted for Joe Biden 4 times. Wait, so there are a bunch of assassins headed this way? That is Jeffrey Epstein calling Prince Andrew from prison. Okay, that's it.
I absolutely love that Supremes joke, that baby love one. Man, I've heard that like 20 times now, and I just like bust out laughing every time. It's like, that is so stupid. And then all of a sudden he starts singing in the song all shittily. And just, I don't know. Watching Joe Rogan get it, man.
If
I
Joe
will say
Rogan
this,
gets it, then
you have definitely changed my mind on the fact that he can be funny. Because at first I did
Oh.
not. I seen him so many times, dude. Like so many, and I can be honest. Like almost every. I've probably seen about 200 episodes of the show, and never
Just
would I
saying,
ever
man.
laugh at anything he ever said.
Supreme Court or Supreme's Court. It's just so stupid. I don't know, man. It's genius to me how stupid it is. But there's some of those that are really bombs. Like, why didn't he stop with the good laugh? Like, why did he have to do the Epstein calling Prince? Blanking on his name.
I don't
Andrew.
know if I've had this discussion with you guys or if this is new to everyone here, but stand up, if you're considering everything that someone writes and tries out in front of an audience, stand up is like baseball. To continue that metaphor, if you can land on 30% of your jokes,
Right.
you're doing okay. And you know, for the most part, he's batting like 200 here. You know, 1 out of every 5 kind of hits hard, but this is brand new. When you do stand up and you're trying something out, you work on it over the course of time, and I'll say it again. His writing is strong, but everyone thinks that comedians are just funny 100% of the time, and if they don't get laughs on 10 out of 10 jokes, that they're not great. But believe it or not, really, if you follow the journey of something, if a comedian gets 3 out of 10 jokes that work, they're probably good enough to work.
And that's probably why.
Yeah.
If I see a special or something, it might be better, because like you said, there's many times where you watch a special and like the certain jokes hit for you and then some segues don't, where his might work better in a long form format, maybe,
Right.
because like
Right.
you said, the writing
they
is
do.
there,
Right.
so it could work better that way. But I'm open. Like I said, I'm open to. I am always open in life. I always have this motto: I am open to the interpretation that I could be wrong about everything.
Yeah. When you watch someone's special, usually that's them. They've tried things out. They've done their 300% to a bunch of things, and they've taken all of the things that mathematically have worked over the course of the year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever that they're putting together. And like that is their greatest hits of the section that they've tried. And even in that moment, he could bat, 300-400 based on that greatest hits thing. So
I think what Nightmares and Nerdscapes said to me is just, I think that perfectly sums it up. It's intelligent but immature material, both literally and figuratively. To me, it's kind of the perfect marriage of the stupid, like Supreme's Court, but he's going off of, what's actually in the news. And then it is, on the abortion subject, which would be, there's many ways that you could make that distasteful, but to have it the Supreme's Court, like, I don't know, it's so stupid, but at the same time, it's just, to me, that distills down like a perfect, shitty, stupid joke. I love it so much.
But yeah, like the Jim Jeffries gun control thing. I don't know if he'll ever write
not
something
that.
that close. No,
Yeah,
but
it's
but
not like that.
He had a joke before about the 6 weeks thing. That was strong on that Jim Jeffries level, where it's like, ooh, you've got a point here. It's funny because there's some fucked up nature that, and it's true.
Right.
So to have something like that like challenges you and you could see the humor in it, that's really, really good to do something like that.
And then we commented on his appearance before, so we definitely saw him at his worst. A shitload, man. Like he quit drinking and the weight just like fell off of him to a concerning point. So we're kind of on the down peak of that.
You should
too,
just
where
get
his weight's-
gallstones.
I know.
Gallstones is where it at, man.
But yeah, if he ate a bunch of donuts, he stopped eating them donuts. Now he's just eating pure comedy. And I say shitting out gold, but here we go.
The World Health Organization is going to rename monkeypox because some people find it offensive. The new name is going to be blowjob blisters. As a soccer fan, I hope Saudi Arabia wins the World Cup, and as a journalist, I hope they don't behead me and secretly extract my dead body from an embassy. That's what they did, the Saudi Arabians.
President Biden just announced that the United States supports climate reparations.
I didn't know the clowns ever had slaves.
But seriously, it must have been something to do with the Juneteenth parade that got rained out.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I dig what he's doing there. A lot of people say it's just yelling, but I don't know. He did a funny voice there, but to me, that just it cracked me up. I like the I didn't know clouds ever had slaves. It's again making him the dumb guy in there. I just absolutely dig it. I like that brand of humor.
I know you like that, but I think it would have been funnier about the climate control reparations, and then just instead of saying the slaves thing, go right into the Juneteenth parade being rained out. Because you never know, weather could be racist.
Fair enough.
You know, like that. That's to me, that's funny. But I did laugh at that, just not the slaves part.
Fair enough. To me, you got both of them, and you get the heavy dose of stupid, which is great. And Jaden, I hear you out there. I ain't never gonna stop liking William Montgomery neither.
Elon's got a point too. Like the video, you heathens. Do a good job.
You know,
it's a good point.
I mean, definitely a heathen, that's for sure.
All right, I think we're still at Vulcan. We are not at the mothership yet. I don't think.
I have to be honest,
Oh,
I'm
nope.
actually the
First
balding,
mothership.
orange-headed man who kidnapped Carly Russell in Alabama last week. She was telling the truth. Don't get mad at her. That's not a joke. I mean, it was me. Imagine thinking to yourself, you know what animal seems the most ninja-like, and coming up with turtles. That'd be like trying to come up with the perfect protagonist for a video game and going, yeah, let's make him a plumber. And then when that, for no explainable reason, becomes successful, rather than going a different direction, you brainstorm and create a sibling who also happens to be a plumber. Genius. Kids love plumbers. Was taxidermist already taken? Anybody else think it's weird Master Shredder gets his funding from George Soros? What's going on in the sewers down there? Okay, that's what I thought.
It's weird when he goes further into something, it actually just disappears. It's really weird. As much as I want him to expand on something, the George Soros thing with Shredder. Oh no, just don't no. It's
There's
weird
so many of his sets that kind of end that way too, where it's like he gets a good beat and then he just throws one more in there, and it's like, ooh, that would have been like such an amazing set with just the Ninja Turtles and the Mario thing. Like,
I like the taxidermist one. I thought that was
yes, I think both of those were like amazing. Just yeah. Sadly, the Soros one. It sucks that he kind of leaves you on that note if you're just watching that, but then he has like a good 5 to 10 minute bit with the panel, and it's amazing.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Nightmares and Nerdscapes. I get it now. I get the disconnect. He's not performing for the audience. He's doing it for the panel. That's why he only expands a joke when the panel laughs.
Pretty much. And then at this point, so also he was starting with topical news. There was that one thing where a girl had faked her kidnapping or abduction or whatever. He brought that in as like he is that guy. But he also at this point starts bringing in other jokes that other people said that night. So it's just kind of fun. Like he's a lot more loose with his set, and he's willing to bring in weird things from the news from earlier sets. It's kind of awesome, man. He's really started to like learn what to do with that minute and then shape it. But yeah, it all leads to that interview part, which we're not taking a look at any of yet. But yeah, now we've made it to the mothership, guys. This is almost common era William. I'm telling you, he's sharp. People don't give him the credit that he deserves. But what do you think? You on board with him yet, or no?
I'm on board with the fact that he can be funny. I think I need to see the interview portions. For me personally, there's something
Charles?
there. There's something there. Like I there's something there. I think it would work better if
Oh my God.
all of his stuff was together. But go ahead.
I don't know how it just zeroed out, but my bad. I think we're right at the end of this one. I apologize about that.
No, you're good.
And this has the worst scrubber ever. Charles, what do you think? You on board with him at all or nah?
I'm a little bit further in different directions. Again, if I'm doing a full Kill Tony type show, I'm comfortable booking him for something. But again, if I'm running some podunk club in Nowheresville, USA, I don't know how to set up. Listen, at this point, he's probably quite a draw, so you're not worrying about that. But for the sake of this little challenge, I don't know if I'm impressed enough to say that he can carry a stand-up show, not a show where he interacts with a panel. And again, his writing is very strong, but I don't know if stand-up is where the best version of that would be showcased. Again, like, have him write quirky shit for other types of shows. I mean, shit, if SNL brought him in, you know how much like harder some of their edgy bits would hit?
Yeah. I don't know if that's what they're going for, but you're
No,
right.
I know.
Well, maybe he could get a job doing something else, writing other things. Let me get you to take a stab at this.
Tony,
he tried his hand writing other things.
So I honestly bought 500 fortune cookies. I got them today. I wasn't able to come up with any minute or anything, but I thought I would just read some of these fortune cookies just to...
I gotta warn you, this is a little bit long.
This week, Biden said half the women in his administration are women. That seems high. Have you seen any of those fucking hags? Holy shit. I recently realized I've been giving my girlfriend advice that I don't apply to my own life, so I started doing this thing where anytime I'm about to give her advice, I just apply whatever that is to my own life, and I've got to say, I've gotten really good at giving myself a blowjob. Holy shit. Man, I got fought at Disney World at that shit. They got me doing it at Disney World. Literally, I got fired. Unattractive people are more likely to continue wearing masks post-COVID, and I have to say, my only reaction to that is thank you. Holy shit, have you ever seen those hags?
It was during his hag era.
Walking around.
He was kind of calling everyone hags.
This is dying a death.
Little
it,
words
though?
of the wise, but if you get a baby hippo, they don't actually stay the same size as the bathtub. Some piece of shit at fucking Petco ripped me off. Holy shit, he didn't tell me that. I swear to God, I thought the hippopotamus stayed the same size as the bathtub they were in. They don't, they get huge. All right, that's all I have.
So I understand what you're saying. They're kind of shit jokes, but man, he's going on a different level as well because he's got the whole premise that he's reading them from fortune cookies, but like, he's not sticking to that meta. Just it's working on multiple levels. But I understand you. He's not
Did the music
doing your
get
thing
more
right
of a
here.
laugh than he did?
Kind of, but it's also the cameras aren't great. He does give certain looks to the audience members when he's opening his fortune cookies. So that's a bit that he kind of kept doing for, I don't know, maybe like 4 months or something. He literally must have made like 500 of those fortune cookies because like every one of their shows, he would kind of pull out one of those.
That's like, yeah, using that as an ongoing gag. I could see that, serving some sort of purpose, but that really feels like a live performance thing for the sake of that audience. I'm trying to think of someone. So now forget a local comedy club in Nowheresville, US, someone watching at home on their television. Are they sticking through that?
I did. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, but you've been won over at that point.
I have. I love me some William. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. That is his longest set as well. I think that one clocks in at just over 3 minutes, where every other one that he's done is 1 minute or a little over. Which is weird. I don't know if that one justifies it. I would have cut out a couple of those jokes, especially that middle one.
Again, I'm not
Baby
saying
Hippo one was strong for me, man.
I'm not saying it's not good. It's very specific.
Like, why are you doing the fortune cookie bit if you like literally the joke is that somebody sold you the thing? Like, man, I just like the shitty levels that it's working on. For me, I just absolutely love the pointlessness of it. It's great. Lapsed, I assume this is not for you.
Not really. Not that one. No. I could see it being like something like, say, if he ends his sets, people know he's done the fortune cookie thing and he has like a specific fortune cookie for each place that he's
closer.
At. I can see that working. But
For a while,
I just,
that's what it was.
Oh, well, that's fine. That wouldn't bother, but not that many in a row. And
then he got to where he would throw the cookie at the audience members as well,
and
to get them more involved rather than just dropping it right at his feet.
That's perfectly fine. That wouldn't bother me at all. I didn't care for the hippo joke. I mean, I didn't understand why
come
that's
on,
funny.
Man.
You bought a hippo. That's on you. You're stupid.
Well, that's the thing. You can't buy a hippo at like PetSmart or whatever. But
right.
A lot of people get swindled with that potbelly pig thing.
You get a hippo.
Fair enough.
The Most Racing says he could be great in a stand-up show as an MC that drops a few one-liners or does about a minute palate cleanser in between comedians. Normally, that's
I think so.
That's kind of what an MC does. But as a comedian, like again, if I'm on a showcase, if I'm a feature, and he's that palate cleanser guy, and he's bombing, I'm pissed off as the guy who has to salvage that. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, he's got a chance to save it before you're up, though.
This is a pretty good point here. This one, the Most Racing says, I think the main reason I get upset seeing him is because they always slot him as a closer, which feels weak when it's a solid lineup before him becomes anticlimactic.
Yeah. I think he's a change of pace comedian who has just a bunch of change of pace material. So
because you never know what you're getting, right?
Right.
Which is fine, but as a closer though, like on that show,
that's a lot of pressure.
That's where I would see him.
Forrest Gump was a classic.
That's fair. It's a lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
You're gambling essentially, like.
Right. Well, I think the pressure has gotten to him, and he has become a diamond, and you just don't get it, guys. I think there's one final set, and then I can show you a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember what.
Nope, I was wrong.
This,
that was
drove everybody there and back, and it made it like such like a. I was like I was like the dad for a day. You know what I mean?
Does anybody
like,
else
bought
hate his
everybody
voice?
in and out on the way up there.
Yeah.
Like, it was so cool.
Everyone mocks his voice.
Everybody's just so happy.
Look at that van.
Strawberry shakes.
That van is hilarious.
And that's the second row there. So like, it's me and Ali Makovsky in the front on this
Who's
picture.
the fake John Reap in the back?
Oh, that's William Montgomery, and he's coming for everybody's jobs. That's that guy. That guy is a genius. He's like Andy Kaufman meets a fucking Tennessee trucker. He's coming for everybody's gonna know who that guy is eventually. He's been doing it 11 years out of Memphis, Tennessee, and he just got here a few months ago. And he's just an improv guru. Like he just goes. Like he bullshits. You can ask him anything, and he's literally got like that that comedy Twitch muscle where he just riffs, and it's the dumbest shit and the most glorious shit at the same time.
So this is Tony to show you guys.
So my bad. I think earlier I said that he did most of his work in LA. I didn't realize that he had only been there for a few months before he got onto Tony. But I knew he was from Memphis. I didn't realize that's where he had done like a decade of comedy. But yeah.
Well, we have a couple comments here that I'll read.
Nice.
Troy McClure says, I don't know if it's his delivery or demeanor, but I'm stuck on something about him. Doesn't ring funny. I'm just left with, that was a good joke, but I'm not laughing. Which is fair for some, because like I said, I didn't think a lot of the things were good until he started kind of acting silly. And then those two sets afterwards, I thought were actually very funny. Like when he was into it as much as he was, I think that helps his, I don't know if I'm wrong or right, but I think it helps for what he does because how off the wall it is.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I completely agree. But I think a lot of his big laughs aren't necessarily from those
and
1
well, that's
minutes
because
at the
you've
beginning.
seen more of him than we have. I'm only taking it at the face value of what we see. And I'm sure, like, I know that seeing more of him and seeing the interviews, obviously it would be more funny because I've seen that happen on the show where someone wasn't that funny on the set and then they talk to him and it's like, oh, like, and I've seen them say, why didn't you do this? Or why didn't you talk like this? Or, you know what I mean? Like where they might have an easier time talking with people, conversing with people than standing up in front of them and, you know, being relaxed or something like that.
And I see Cullen's Movie Club has the having seen very little of this guy, I'm finding myself chuckling at every clip, but not one real laugh. Maybe it just isn't for me. Possibly. I don't think that William would have gotten his big joke book from the material so much. It's really the interview where he excels, and you haven't seen it yet. Tony kind of explained it a little bit to Joe Rogan that he's just a world-class bullshitter. He's just yes and then you don't know exactly where the lies stop. But
so
yes, sir.
Now you're tainting the waters because you're giving us Joe Rogan shit, not Kill Tony shit. So this is
that's
extra
correct.
credit here. So
This is extra credit in the middle, and then I'm showing you the way that you should have experienced him. But before I do that, let me poison the well like you did. Here's my cleanser. I don't know.
Hold on.
Yes, Labs.
Before we go, this is pretty interesting. Nightmare Nerdscape says, I kind of feel like he's reaching for the laugh. His best bits have been when he just riffs so far. I agree. Completely.
And just wait.
Okay.
But yeah, let's hear a little bit more of. So right now we've got Joe Rogan kind of washing Tony's balls.
Yeah, my favorite.
Dude is the cornerstone of the comedy
And I
community.
think
Tony is the
William's
cornerstone
real
of comedy.
Freaking deal. Like I think he's what everybody, you know, back in the day, like John Belushi and all these Chris Farley, all these goofball big guys. Like I think he's the real one. You know, he's such a silly goose. He's the silliest, and his head.
Listen, he's great, but you don't have to disparage Chris Farley.
No, I'm not.
John Belushi, piece of shit.
No,
You see what he did?
No, I didn't. I'm
Called
saying
them
he's a
goofballs.
modern day.
Bro, you're talking about dead legends. Have some respect. Jesus Christ.
God damn it, Tony.
God damn it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying they are
You
legends.
can't call them goofballs.
Tony.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
huh?
John
Goofball
Belushi?
isn't an
Goofball?
insult. I said the G word.
I don't like the way he said it. It seemed to me like it was disparaging.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying the big silly guys.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Black Keys or
Yeah, I kept it in there because it's pretty cringe, but it's kind of fun to watch Tony get put in his place where he's kind of seen as the golden pony on his own show. But he does have that high regards of William. He is saying that he is in that echelon. I I don't know if I'd put him in the Farley echelon. Let's see him make a
Right.
couple of flicks first.
I
But
think both Joe Rogan and Tony Hinchcliffe desperately need memento moris. They need people to tell them that their farts smell. But Rogan takes, like, if anything, he's very, very gatekeepy about stand up, and it's I don't know how I feel about it. I'm somewhere in the middle on that Farley discussion. I don't know if I would go that far, but calling Farley, what do you say, goofy, silly?
Goofball.
silly gooses,
Yeah,
I think.
he,
Oh yeah, goofballs, and William's a silly goose. You're right.
I don't know if Rogan's ever seen Chris Farley before, but that's kind of what he was. I don't know.
I don't know if he was
Even
fucked
on
up
the Farley
Goofballs.
documentary where they talked to his brother, they even said like his humor came from what he did with himself as opposed to I'm going to tell you a joke now. That's being goofy.
Yeah,
Wait,
he's definitely goofish.
is that accurate?
sorry.
William's not allowed in the green room?
No, he's allowed. He
Oh,
opened
stupid.
for Joe Rogan for a long time. There was probably time where he wasn't allowed back then. Well, no, he was always a Kill Tony regular. When,
Excuse me, Justin's
opened.
playing into the gatekeeper. Right? I get it now. Thank you.
Sorry, it just took me a minute to think of when they opened Mothership. But yeah, he was definitely a regular by then. He was definitely in the green room. And that's the other fun thing. When you mentioned your pregame or green room thing that you were doing yesterday, there's compilations that you can watch William Montgomery just going after the guests so many times. There is also an era of attacking the guests where he kind of goes sick on them, and it's fun. It's all part of this character. But as long as we're dropping names, and we've dropped like Chris Farley and all that, Joe Rogan wants to drop a name, and it's the Black Keys.
Fucking Colin.
Huge Kill Tony fans,
Yeah.
and they love William Montgomery. So when they were in town, they were doing my podcast. They were like, "Can we see William tonight?" So I called William. I'm like, "Dude, the Black Keys love you, and they want to see." He's like, "Wow,
Oh,
that's
hell.
amazing! Oh yeah,
That's so positive, Joe.
I'd love to do a set."
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Black Keys. Ooh. Yeah, he's like a caricature of a human being.
But that's really him.
Yeah.
Have you ever hugged him?
He started in Denver.
Oh, okay.
So I've known William
you've known
forever.
him forever.
Yeah.
His hugs are like he might stab you. Like he's hugging you, like he's thinking about stabbing you, but he's controlling himself. Like, what kind of a hug is this, man? It's the most intense hug.
He's like shaking. It's like you're calming a baby deer. Yeah. Yeah, he's
Such a
crazy.
maniac. When I met him first, he was like full on alcohol, and doing coke and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this guy's wild. I don't know if he's gonna make it. But then when he came here, he had sobered up by the time he moved to Austin. And then once we got him off the notes,
Yeah.
it's like, man, the guy just flourished. He just became this thing.
He's present now on
Yes.
stage. Yeah.
So he would have the notes, and then he would do Kill Tony. And when he would do Kill Tony, he would read off the notes. But then with the banter, the notes would be down. Then he'd start looking at the audience and like with a menacing way, looking at certain people and fucking yelling at them. I go, that's your key. That's your whole set. I'm like, this notes thing is a crutch.
Yeah.
You know
It's
the
so
jokes.
fun.
See all these celebrities that
So yeah, I mean, it is a lot of things that everyone keeps bringing up that, like, he's always looking at note cards. People behind the scenes have tried to get him to get off the notes. Part of it is, again, he's writing this minute each week. So can you remember the order? It would probably be easier if you just had like a note card that you could kind of look over at or something instead of like read it off the card, which he appears to be doing. But
Funny personal story. When I was starting and I was doing not feature spots, but guest spots, I too brought notes with me on stage, but I left them on the floor. Good friend of mine who's passed a while back, Mark Cooper, who is the host at that club in every single week. One night when he was having a cigarette outside, he was telling me, "You're gonna ditch the list tonight." And I was like, "No." I still need it. And he said, "Well, let me see it." And as he's looking at it, because he's smoking, he set it on fire, and he kind of threw me to the wolves that night. And that was the last time I used lists. It's interesting. It's a nice story that happens in quite a few different places.
yeah,
Just
and
just
they
making it
have a
about me. Sorry.
point. No. I mean, it's the same point. Like 3 or 4 different people brought it up in chat where it's like, he's just staring at this thing. Even when he's talking, sometimes it sounds like he's reading it from the note card. He doesn't exactly have like this practice thing, but it may be the most accurate thing that Joe Rogan has ever said, but he's right. There's something that happens once William Montgomery puts down that card, and then he starts looking at the audience, and it's kind of like he's stalking them. It's kind of crazy, but you don't get any of that from watching all of his sets. All of that comes in the interview part, and man, he's like a different person in a great way. But Joe Rogan isn't done dropping names yet.
How much of this pool is going to have urine, and how much of it's going to have water? Is my question.
It's chlorine, sir. We're going for a 50-50 mix. This is the last clip, and it's just to pay off that the Black Keys love William Montgomery. If it'll ever play.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. The Black Keys were there last night.
Were they really? Oh, they're fucking great.
Yeah.
That's so dope. They love William, dude. They couldn't wait to see William.
It's unbelievable. I fucking love it. I love it when these people are all fans of specific things and not necessarily other things. Drake hit me up saying Casey Rocket equals GOAT emoji. Actual Drake.
You guys don't know about Casey
dialogue.
Rocket.
I go, who is this?
You guys need to know about Casey.
It's unreal.
Right, you don't feel it's real, right?
It's crazy.
Well, that's a fun thing, watching people crest into stardom. Like bust through, to see how they handle it,
Yeah, it's unbelievable. The whole fucking...
Bert Kreischer's a cautionary tale.
It's wild, man.
How at the same time can you say you guys don't know Casey Rocket and then talk about him like he's a fucking world star? Because that doesn't make sense to me, if I do say so.
I'm just saying, man, he's a rocket. He is straight to the moon. He is amazing, and he's unlike any other comedian I've seen before. I think he's going to be a real tough sell, as Jaden is mentioning to you. If I can't get you to bite on William, there is zero shot that Casey is your brand of comedy.
But he's a star.
He is.
He
has a lot of performance.
The Austin Comedy Smothers Brothers have just said he's a star, so
he is.
Smothers Brothers. Now you're talking my language.
He remembers them. Yeah, I was going to include them on. Oddly, they have worked with Ben Affleck, so I was going to include both Smothers Brothers, but then I thought the audience wouldn't know, even though you would, Lapsed. But okay, let me show you how William should be experienced. So here is a full set and a full interview, and I think you'll understand why the interview is the thing.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, shut it down. The other day, they added another letter to LGBTQ and then added a mathematical sign. I'm sorry, are we talking about sexual orientations or my Wi-Fi password? I was driving yesterday and noticed a flag at half-mast, so I did a little research to see what had happened, and oh boy, did y'all realize Steve Irwin was dead? Y'all know I be missing Crocodile Dundee! So I'm coming out with a new television show. It's pretty much just like Shark Tank, but the sharks are actual sharks and the tank is filled with water. Soon Narcan will be available over the counter, and I just have to say, I can't wait to overdose on that shit. Alrighty, that's my time.
Wow, how powerful. Coming out to a standing ovation. An extremely electric response from the audience who knows you, who loves you, so much so that you had to tell them to shut it down so that you could start your set. Absolutely incredible. Jokes the whole way through that only William could write and read off of a note card. Absolutely incredible performance. The electricity is flowing. He's eyeballing the audience. We've seen this before, folks. We've seen him. He is in his element. This is him in the zone. This is his house. He closes every episode. This is the spot that we are in right now. Oh, he just snapped
Yeah,
out
I
of it.
snapped out of it. I don't know what happened there.
Wow. I mean, you were in it there for a second. How do you feel, William? An unbelievable set.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing, for the first time tomorrow night, 2 shows in Nashville, a rare longer set. So, Tony, I have been super on edge this whole past week, and the only thing getting me through it, honestly, I mean, my stress level has been through the Louvre.
Through the Louvre. It's been through the Louvre.
Through the roof.
The Louvre.
Tony, can I?
It's in a little city called Paris, France.
But Tony, there's only been one thing getting me through. Can I play you a song? I wrote a song that's really just helped me get through this past week.
So I did speed this up a little bit, and then I combined a couple of episodes. There was a little bit of getting the mic to this and everything, but I think you'll get the experience of it.
All right.
Okay, y'all are gonna have to stop fucking playing. They can't hear the song.
You don't want them to play along with you?
No, I've spent a lot of fucking time on this song. You can't hear it when y'all are playing. And also,
So that went on for quite some time,
And
but
that's
it's building up.
we're
Hold
supposed to
on.
like him for?
So you'll see this bit keeps building week after week, but it's kind of his whole shtick of what is true. Like, do you think he actually is going to spend 20 minutes of his set just playing that song in these new locations that he's able to play at?
Dude, good for him. He looks fucking fantastic in comparison.
He does.
Right there, yeah. He looks very healthy.
Oh, he's great. He's healthy, and his mind is
for him, man.
sharp. Just wait until you hear what he did this next set. And it won't play.
Tony, I got a brand new dog yesterday, a sweet 6-month-old long-haired Chihuahua Gator. I love her so much. And Tony, I've been having a pretty hard time recently, so I made a song just kind of in celebration of Gator. It's just sort of a celebratory type of song, so I would like to play it for you if you don't mind.
I would love that. We're going to hear a song from the great William Montgomery. And,
Is that Polly Shore?
Eric, why don't you put your mic on that
Yes.
speaker
It is.
there so that that picks up, and then William, you have your...
And Eric
Yeah.
Griffin.
Putting it back there, okay. Wow.
So that did go on for like 5 minutes. I definitely
practiced that shit
cut that
all
down.
fucking night last night.
He's got a half a standing ovation here in the room. William is a true artist. Look at that.
Great.
Oh my God.
What is this doing for your cause? Because if anything, you
You'll
kind
see.
of erased all of the.
You'll
Okay.
see. So what I'm showing is a multi-week arc that he is building up. I cut through a bunch of it so that you can kind of just see where it started from to where it goes.
They are.
I knew it wasn't that good. No, it was really good.
Does it
Okay,
have any
stop
words?
butchering it, please. Stop butchering it, please. I'm not kidding. I just got a brand new fucking dog, dude. Stop butchering it. God, and what is that hat you're wearing?
So, you wrote a song. Does it have any words?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I got a sweet little dog yesterday.
Sweet little dog. I got a sweet little dog yesterday.
He got a dog.
I got a sweet little dog yesterday. I got a sweet little dog yesterday. Yes, everybody. A fantastic.
So I understand, not your cup of tea, not necessarily what I need you to focus on. And the most racing saying there's no punchline worth weeks of the setup. I get what you're saying, but here's where he takes it. So he's able to get the crowd on board. It was like a standing ovation and then a sing-along, and then he immediately follows that up with this.
So well, hold on.
How's life been this week for you?
Life.
Yes, sir.
So this is the closer, right?
So this is after his 1 minute set already. So this is the interview.
When on the show is he performing?
All of these have been during the interview so far. No. The bit that he has continuously going.
Wait, the show starts at 8 p.m. It ends at 11 p.m. Where
usually he is the closer. So
Okay,
it does
so-
kind of end. That sing-along did end the show.
So
for
it's
that one.
fair to assume that the audience has all of their alcohol in them at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
However, he doesn't because he's sober at this point. So good for him.
Okay. So it's not that hard to win a bunch of people over in a sing-along, no?
I hear you. So that's the thing. You're right. So where would you go with the sing-along? He's done it for a couple weeks now. This is where I think he zigs when I think I would have zagged. I would have thought that I had something that was worth.
Okay.
Life has been good. I got that sweet dog, but I have some sad news, Tony. We had to return her to the people we got her from.
Oh my goodness. Tell us why.
Yeah, it was
last week we
sad.
find out that you had a sweet new little dog. It literally kind of looked like you, and it was a big deal. It was the heartfelt story of last week's show. Explain to us why you had to give your brand new sweet little dog back.
Yeah, we had to give it back. I was feeding it a bunch of pizza, pastas, different types of macaronis. I was feeding it polentas. I was a bunch of shellfish. But yeah, it got really bloated, and we just had to take it back. I mean, I don't know. I overfed it or something. But yeah, it was really sad. It's my first dog, Brian. And
wow, it sounds like you definitely may have overfed it.
Overfed the dog, and now it's gone. And then,
what was the dog's name again?
Gator.
Gator, and now it's back in the middle of nowhere.
It's back in the Middle East, actually. We got it. Yeah. We got it from a nice family in Syria. They were breeding these really sweet long-haired Chihuahuas, and yeah, got it from Syria. So she's on the way back, Toad.
How did you send it back to Syria? Was that a flight or
A
something?
FedEx box. I just poked some holes in the side of the box. Weirdly, like an old cartoon. Yeah, just poked some holes in the side of the box. Gave her some fucking polenta. She loved polenta. Put a little more polenta in the box and sent her on her way. A little bowl.
How much did the dog love polenta?
Oh my, Tony, it was the weirdest thing. I don't know if y'all have ever seen a long-eared Chihuahua eat polenta before, but it is one of life's miracles. I mean, Gator love eating fucking polenta. That's literally what makes it so sad. She loved, and now you're laughing, Tony? She fucking loved eating it, dude.
How much did she?
I didn't even want to talk about how much she loved fucking eating polenta, and then you're looking at somebody. What's going on?
Do you think Gator's?
I think she's eating polenta right now. I left a shit ton in the box. She's probably eating polenta. I mean, I put her on a boat. I mean, it was like a 2-week journey back to Syria, dude.
Oh my God.
I'm really worried about that bitch. Dude, yeah, do something with your bitch, man.
Wait, what? What did you just say to that guy?
I don't know what's going on. I'm getting really weird vibes from this couple down here.
Whoa. Is it because they're interracial? One's white, one's black?
No, it's not that. It's not. It's not. I'm not. It's not.
What? Well, what is it? What's bothering you about?
It's not that.
Kind of seems like it might
It's
be.
not that it's an interracial couple.
Why does that bother you?
It doesn't.
Why would it? If
It doesn't.
But if it,
I swear to stop doing that, dumbass. Stop doing it. My fucking dog's gone, dude.
they're
Already
not.
tell him to stop.
They ain't never gonna.
What are you?
Have you taken?
So that's kind of his catchphrase is he ain't never going to stop. So Tony got to use it against him right there. So I'm not saying that's the best jokes or anything like that, but it's kind of that whole arc. This is the dog arc.
I am dumbfounded how coming into this episode, I thought one thing, and you're slowly pushing me in the other direction, like completely upside down.
Yeah, I'm dead. I'm
Fair
with
enough.
him 100%. The jokes, the sets, way better than whatever the fuck.
Wrong
this is.
writer. Right.
I hear you. So if you notice, he was wearing the Kirkland brand thing. He has different
Yeah,
arcs
that's where
that
he
he
got
went
his
on.
Meeseeks from.
Ooh.
Well,
nice.
He has a lot of different kind of arcs that he had. One of them was the sponsorship arc, and I was contemplating between going through like the Costco advertisement arc or this one. Those are the two that really kind of got me. He also had a raisin bread arc that was kind of fun, but I think ultimately what got me to love him was this dog arc. So
Existence is pain.
fair enough. So, you know, he had a little song, and then eventually that song became that dog song, and then he told the story of his dog, and now he got rid of the dog. Okay, so now we're on to like week 4.
Your pet to the vet yet? Like, it's a small dog. It almost looks like you shouldn't have this dog. It's so small.
You did you have it at an illegal time, I do believe. It was like 5 weeks old or something when you got it, right?
I did. I drove 45 minutes away, and the guy had an InfoWars sticker on the bumper of the car, and I walk in there, and it's just all these dogs running around everywhere, and these 2 little half Asian, half white girls running around. I'm like, where's y'all's parents? What's going on in here? It was literally, I made the business transaction with like this 10-year-old half white, half Asian girl. Literally, it was the weirdest thing.
No, you're the
to be
weirdest.
half white and half Asian, or
Is that?
I'm just curious what was weird. Was it a rescue?
What do you think was weird
You
about that?
listen to me, motherfucker.
I mean, I seriously, it's like now I feel like the fucking set is tanking, and you're really gonna fucking hit me with that?
Fucking hit.
No, seriously, what do you think sounds strange about me buying a $3,000 long-haired Chihuahua from a 10-year-old fucking girl?
Nothing.
I'm trying to make up a story right now, bitch! I thought it was crazy enough, bitch! I'm feeling dizzy again after doing.
Yeah, you should.
What?
You get a lot of exercise.
What do
with
you
those
mean I
tippy
should
toes.
feel dizzy?
Get on those tippy toes. I like it.
You
Let me
do?
see. Yeah, it's gonna make
Get on
Elmer
your
Fudd
tippy
buff.
toes, bitch.
Oh my goodness. Stop calling the guest a
Okay,
bitch,
I'm
William.
sorry. You were getting weird
I don't
with
care.
me at
It
the
makes me
beginning.
wet. You could call me bitch.
William, you have to be nice to the guest.
Now I'm fucking sweating up here. I was having a really
My
good
ass
set.
is sweating right now.
Yeah, I bet it is.
It is
What
one
was
of the
that?
it is one of the warmest evenings here at the mothership. It appears as though there was some AC issues earlier. You ever have issues with your air
Yeah,
conditioning?
who's running this fucking place?
Absolutely amazing.
So yeah, I get it. You guys don't seem to like his interesting interactions, but man, I think once he drops the card for me, he just becomes this. No, it's a character, and you can't tell what is actually real, what isn't. It's just nonstop lying in a great way. Perhaps I should have grabbed some of them from the beginning to kind of show you where it starts from. But like his first one, they ask him like what he likes to do for fun, and it's flip Hyundai Elantras in the parking lot.
You changed your mind, but
yeah,
all you did was just
I went a little too far.
You rotated one thing to another.
I gotcha. Well, this dog arc isn't over yet. There's 2 more parts in it, so we've got just a little bit left in this jaunt.
How do you feel?
I feel pretty good, but Tony, tonight, I actually could have found out today, but I missed the phone call. Tomorrow I find out if I actually have skin cancer, so I thought I would kind of lighten the mood up tonight, so I brought a little friend. Y'all are going to have to be really quiet, though. I want to show y'all my sweet little friend I brought tonight. Let me...
Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh... That is, it really is a sweet little dog.
So all the pieces of shit on fucking YouTube and Reddit, suck my dick! Cause this is a sweet little dog!
That is a sweet little dog.
She's already shit twice on me, so I hope she doesn't.
Wow. Yeah, she looks scared to death right now.
Yeah, I think this was a bad idea. I almost feel a little bad. She also doesn't like Hispanic people, so it doesn't help that Pablo Escobar is sitting in the front row. But yeah, it's exciting to be here. She's scared as shit. But yeah, I thought I would just bring her up.
Does she always shake like that?
She doesn't. She's just really scared right now. But
wow.
It's okay.
Oh my goodness, that dog is definitely a sweet little dog. Does she like being in that bag?
Who said no, you fucking stupid bitch? I see it was you.
She loves being in this bag, dude!
She actually lives in this bag, bitch, so... Ever since I brought her home from the vet, yeah, she's just been living in here, and she's my sweet little girlfriend, and I really love her.
Oh, fucking thing. What kind of dog is that? A gerbil?
It's no, it's a Rottweiler. She's gonna get a lot bigger.
That is not a goddamn Rottweiler.
This is a Rottweiler, Ali. Yeah, this is a Rottweiler.
Tony fucked that bit up.
Yeah.
I don't get it. What's so funny?
That dog is scared to fucking death.
The people on Craigslist told me it's a little baby Rottweiler, so that's why she cost $10,000. They said it's a really weird kind of Rottweiler, so.
It's like a miniature Rottweiler. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I
the
feel less
shaking is
confident.
increasing to a point that I'm getting kind of concerned. So I'm going to end this interview.
Because Tony said, what is that, some kind of Rottweiler, which was not the right cue. So it makes me wonder how much of this is predetermined.
Don't think any of it is, but I could be wrong.
That's
Maybe
a
I
weird
bought into the magic.
That's a very weird thing for Tony Hinchcliffe to say. Is that a Rottweiler? And then that to be the next thing.
Yep.
So I would say sure, except for William Montgomery is like a yes and machine. Like he just goes with it, and then everything is just a lie. Perhaps I should have brought in some more of those from the beginning to kind of show you. But I wanted to show you how he kind of weaves like the truth and lies and everything into everything that he's doing. And it's really hard to understand exactly what he's doing.
I think you look real deep into shit, man, because this dude is about as surface level as he gets.
Well, just wait. We've got a little bit more. They're going to say goodbye to the dog, but I think I have one more last clip to show you.
End it with one little song about the dog, huh?
Yeah.
So this was kind of a staple for a while.
I got a sweet little dog yesterday. I got a sweet little dog yesterday.
Almost over, Charles. I know how much you hate musicals.
Hold on, why aren't you singing, you dumbass?
Little dog yesterday.
No.
rocking a Minnesota Wild jersey.
Exactly, and a vintage one at that. And so I didn't include the interview with this, which he has a hilarious exchange with Theo. I just wanted to end the dog era with this. This is kind of how I remember it coming to an end. But yeah, perhaps this didn't do your thing, but hey, let's end it with some jokes. So here is his opening set, his 1 minute. Host, bringing the little dog.
Guys, shut the fuck up. Ever since getting our dog, I started working at the vet's office, and I've got to tell y'all, the number of dogs identifying as cats these days is outrageous.
Trans joke, get it?
We actually had to put a dog to sleep, and it was kind of sad because his last meal request was a pair of Jordan sneakers. The vet has a board of directors full of horses, which sounds good, but we can't ever agree on anything because they never vote yay.
That was cute.
I love that joke.
We had to pump one horse full of steroids, and the side effect was he started setting home run records. Okay, that's my time.
So I only included that as an example of kind of eras that he's had. I should have included his exchange with Theo at the end there. It was getting a little bit long. That ended up being a 40-minute video, and it took us like 2 hours to get through. So I will know to definitely keep it shorter than that in the future. But his exchange with Theo, it's always awesome. He always goes somewhere with like a lie. So it's very interesting whether or not the guest will kind of play into it. But his lie with Theo is the internet's harassing me that I need to pay you back. Tell them that I paid you back. And the hilarity for me is when Theo's not going with it. And it just, man, I absolutely love that. But yeah, I perhaps should have grabbed more of an example of just his over-the-top lies and just your inability to tell where fact and fiction are. For me, he's kind of like the perfect mix of that. I understand. I could have just given you one flavor of it, but I want to show you both worlds because that's where this dude lives. I dig his one-liners that he does for that 1 minute. I think they're perfect, and I don't think he gets enough credit for
Great.
those jokes. But man,
So
the character that he creates, I love this guy.
to be fair, I get it. You're a fan. That's very clear, and that's awesome. I like I said, I hope to someday have you defend me one day.
We'll see. It depends on what the offense is.
Fair enough. But like the casual viewer dropping in on a William Montgomery set, what the vibe you're giving me is the kind of thing
Discount
where
innocent?
no. Well, not even that. The vibe you're giving is someone watching a show and you saying, "All right, watch 6 more seasons. It really gets good in season 6." And it's like, dude, how much do you want me to invest in something that I'm not bought in yet? Like there's so much lore that like for it to be passable, like you need 15 hours of William Montgomery to appreciate that 10-minute bit. And I don't know if the
I don't
average
think you necessarily do.
I wish I could go back to yesterday.
But yesterday you didn't know about the sweet little dog, and I guarantee you that weird little dumb song is going to be stuck in your head. It's going to work its way like a parasite, and you will end up loving it. I'm just telling you, when you least expect it, you're going to think, yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I will definitely.
I get
do
what you're saying.
My own watching of his stuff and see if there's things that I like. I think I don't like the interview portions.
Yeah.
And
Fair
I'd
enough.
much rather see him do his jokes. But that's probably just my feel on comedy in general.
Yeah, I think his writing, I think he should make something edgier with his writing. It's weird that I was of one mindset, and you've succeeded in getting me to switch
Half the battle.
minds, but like
Wait until I show you the Raisin Bread saga. You're
Yeah.
going to be in on the Raisin Bread era.
you
I
got
don't
me
think
to
so.
you got me to take the bald tires off the left side, but now the bald tires are now on the right side of the car. So there's stuff there. First of all, I have so much respect for any comedian that just does that that often.
Again, like 500 episodes.
He
man.
would
Like, that's
fit in on
crazy.
Upright Citizens Brigade.
Yeah,
The
I would.
UCB, he would fit in there very well, I think.
I would like him to
He
write
had some
bits for
great arcs,
SNL.
man.
I would watch SNL religiously again if he wrote for them.
Yeah. There's some awesome guys. So we haven't talked about your cousin Cam, but Cam Patterson, he came from Kill Tony. He's now on SNL, and he made a good point on the Netflix one that they just released yesterday that he's never seen SNL. So I don't know. It would be fun to know somebody who's a little bit more
I
up to
believe
date
that,
on
actually.
it. If so, well, yeah. I mean, I think he's like a 25-year-old, 26-year-old black dude.
Damn.
I don't know that that's the target audience of SNL, but yeah,
It was
he said
the
that he
height
wasn't
of
familiar with
comedy
anyone.
when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Mike Myers and
changed.
Dana Carvey and Chris Farley and Adam Sandler. Jesus.
Laps, what was the height of comedy when you were a kid? Was it a carnival?
Yep. Yep.
You got to
I'm an
pay
asshole.
to see the bearded lady.
I don't know. I feel like people kind of hated SNL when I was a kid. Like everyone was saying that it was overrated and stuff. I think.
Oh,
the main
I
thing
definitely
got
know
people-
that. I thought the funniest era was like for me was the '90s, and that was the most hated era with Farley, all those people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, every time I watch like the Gap Girls, I fucking die. I just laugh. I don't know why, but or the Japanese game show where Farley's on there and he's just the American guy doesn't know anything, and he gets every question right until the end.
Oh, the jet. Yeah.
I love all of that shit. And I hear you, Troy. So Troy McClure, who you might remember from such films, well, I don't remember which ones, but Troy, you're right. I get it that I didn't convince you. I don't think I'm saying something as crazy as The Godfather 3 is the best. Come on, even with the Coda cut, it sucks.
You just got to watch it 15 more times.
We do have a friend who is completely on board with that. They do think that the third one is the only one worth anything. I don't think I'm in that crazy multi-camp, but maybe I'm wrong. But what William Montgomery does, so somebody else brought up, so you're saying like the fact that he's a compulsive liar is funny. No, but the way that he's telling these lies that are just completely absurd, like that his pastime is flipping Hyundai Elantras. Sorry, yeah, go
Can
ahead.
we stop using the word lies when referencing satire? Like he's doing a performance. He's doing a character. He's not
Fair enough.
lying. He's fabricating for the sake of humor.
Yes,
I don't
almost
like the
nothing
way-
of what he's doing is accurate, which is kind of awesome, and it's a really fun journey that he kind of takes you on. Perhaps I should have grabbed some more of those to kind of show you which way. What can I say? This is the one that won me over, but I was watching the extended version, so almost each one of those bits that I showed you like 3 minutes of, it had some time before it, sometime after. Fair enough. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but
I
man,
think
that earworm, it'll come back on you.
Troy
Just wait.
Troy McClure, who I remember from such great self-help videos as "Smoke Yourself Thin and Get Confident, Stupid." He says,
Exactly.
"Agreed. I think he would do better as a skit guy." So
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. But yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Good question for you, Gray, from Nightmares and Nerdscapes. Do you like his jokes or his persona?
That's a good question. I think his jokes are solid. I think what won me over wasn't his jokes, though. It is his persona. He's always doing kind of something, and there's some extra level to it that isn't necessarily kind of apparent. I think he's won me over to persona, but what got me into him was the jokes.
Right.
But,
You think,
I don't know.
think the overall package after you were into his persona made you just a
I'm
bigger
into
fan
his
of
package,
everything
if
he
that's
can
what you're
do?
asking. And if you're interested in the package, check out, I think, like the Netflix first one or whatever. Full display.
the Kill Tony episode, or William Montgomery has his
I
own
think
special?
that's it. I think it's the Killers of Kill Tony. He comes out very scantily clad. If that's your thing, check it out there. You might like his content there more.
Gray.
But yes, sir.
Yesterday, you're going to need to watch another 2
Sweet little
hours
dog?
of me staring at William Montgomery. The exchange between William Montgomery and Chad, apologies, I forgot his name. What is your perspective on that?
He's giving him a hard time on purpose. That whole like,
ooh,
are you some sort of comedian? Like that's his bit. Like he literally, it's got William Montgomery versus. There's like 10 different. There's good compilations that you can find. He 100% was being antagonistic to Chad for performance reasons, and then it appears that Chad. So I'm not sure if he's in on it. It does not appear to me. That appears to be real anger on his part. But he's also had issues with like 2 other people on that show. He's a
who's
weird
had
guy.
issues? When you're saying he,
Chad, sorry, Chad. I'm forgetting his name. It's a 3-name name, and I always get it wrong. We had it earlier in chat, but that dude, he's an interesting dude. I don't know him that well, but I remember him having an issue with somebody else.
Is it fair to give Chad a hard time because he didn't understand?
No, it's William.
Okay.
It's 100% William. And Tony calls it out that like usually before any show, he says, don't listen to William. He's crazy or something along those lines. And he gives them a warning. There's been a few times where he hasn't warned the guest. And in that particular one, he kind of points out, hey, I usually give everyone a warning. I didn't warn you about William before.
Yeah, because I don't think it, from what I've interpreted from like drama comedy YouTube, is they're kind of against Chad for the way he treated that.
Chad Daniels. Thank you very much, Nightmare and Nerdscapes. And then Retro Ryan's pointing out that Chad took it seriously and talked about it on his podcast the next week. Tony forgot to tell him.
So
100%. Like Tony usually warns everybody because he is this over-the-top character. Sometimes he will be very antagonistic, but not in like the David Lucas roasting you type of way, like that over-the-top yelling and kind of asshole thing.
Right. I don't think it's fair for comedy YouTube to get on Chad Daniels' case because they know the lore. When like, if anything, shouldn't William Montgomery know who and who not to mess with? It should be some sort of shared understanding of everyone in on the bit.
You would think so, but I mean, like when he was messing with Eleanor, all of a sudden, like it got weirdly like flirty in that thing.
Well,
that's why I wanted to include some of those clips where it's like some of his interaction where he's like, "Yeah, bitch," like it's weird, but over the top in a great way.
Yes, certain comedians, they have that improv thing, that yes and. Some people can play well together. There could be this tennis thing happening, but sometimes, people don't like performing with others. Like people are different. It should be fairly understood that some people are going to mesh well and some people aren't. But to give
100%.
a paid guest a hard time for not really understanding someone else's lore when
that's not him doing it, like that's him in character being an asshole in character.
But it also leads to whether or not the question, was it funny? That's the entire relevance of the question. And I don't know if watching him on YouTube is the best way to experience this person.
Yeah,
that's the only way that you can.
Well, if you're a
I hope you
fan,
get to
and
see
that's
him
how
in
you
person.
and that's how you got to be a fan, was through that, right? And you might have even said, I don't know if I like his stuff, but he's interesting. Maybe whenever he's around here, I'll go see him. And then you became a fan of him. That could possibly happen. But I don't know, for me, just saying for me, that the material was strong enough and I didn't like at least the interview. That's why I'm going to go watch my own, because I didn't want to do
your own research.
I didn't want to do any stuff before I watched this, as you told me not to.
So there's like 3 channels. One of them is, I want to say it's the Joke Hive, which I got most of it there. But every one of his sets has been archived. And if you want to watch it in 10 set chunks, they've got that. If you just want to watch his minutes, they've got that. They're awesome. They're where I sourced almost every clip.
Okay.
Yes.
So
shout out to them. I love what they're doing on this. But what Retro Ryan is saying is like Chad's also known for being a hothead, which didn't help the situation. It was very awkward. And it was.
So my
And that's not
interpretation from that is, if anything, Chad was playing straight man there, and he got a stronger laugh, I think, twice because William Montgomery was so loud and weird. The long pronounced, yeah, that is, playing the polar opposite like that I guess could be considered his version of like creating this two-sided thing, and I enjoyed it, and I don't know why people don't like him for that. It's another way to have something play out.
I think it's because he didn't play with him, and he is kind of the person who closes the shows. So it felt like he's. But that does suck because it is on Tony. If you don't tell him what's going to happen with this, you don't kind of prepare them. I could see shutting down or taking it as an actual aggression. I thought that video that you're watching was hilarious, but I don't think they're taking like William Montgomery as like kind of the liar character that he is. You never know what is actually real with him, which is awesome. So I get it. I chose a weird arc for you guys, and maybe it connected with me because I like songs, and when I'm thinking, how would I fill up like add 20 minutes to a set when I've got nothing? It's like, oh, that's fun, like the little song thing. So that's weirdly the arc that got me to like him. My wife completely fell in love with him like long before me, and we had a few arguments of like, this guy, I know I was on the side of this guy isn't funny. I just don't get it. And somehow along the dog arc, Gator won me over, man. And I cut a lot of that out. There's also weirdness and awkwardness that goes into it. He licked the dog a lot on stage. It felt inappropriate, so I did not include it. But man, a lot of it's kind of visual humor, and it just goes on for a while. But that's not how she fell in love with him. I think it was over like the endorsement arcs and stuff. I think it was somewhere around the Kirkland advertisement arcs that kind of got her into him. But what can I say, man? He's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but it's fun what he's doing, and it's different than what I've seen before. But it's definitely a character. I don't know if I would call him a genius. I definitely don't think he's like the next Chris Farley.
No, he's
I
not a
think
genius.
Tony went beyond that. But man, I dig what he's doing in this weird goofball way. I think Tony is right when he calls him a goofball. What he's doing is goofy in this weird ass way, and for me it works. I love me some William Montgomery, and I ain't never gonna quit.
So I have a poll in the Willis Greedia chat, and there's 4 choices. We'll go through the bottom to top here. The question on the poll was, what do you consider William Montgomery as? And at the bottom, with 17% of the vote, is good guy, bad comedian. Second from the bottom, 19% just plain bad. 25% say glorified open micer. And 39% say comedic genius.
I get you. I don't think that was quite fair. It wasn't scientific. First, people knew what the options were. That doesn't sound scientific to me at all.
Be
We need everyone blind on this. But okay, we're gonna go with that biased thing. Fair enough. I can get behind what people are saying. I don't think I would call him a comedic genius either. But man, do I love the weirdness that he brings to the comedy world. I think out of all of the regulars on there, he has become one of my favorites. But there's a few regulars who nobody talks about and golden ticket winners that just kind of went by the wayside. And I wish that kind of forgotten era got a little bit more of this attention. Like Ari Mahdi is awesome, and I love me some William Montgomery, but these dudes are actually getting recognition where like back in the day, I don't know, those regulars, those golden ticket winners, they didn't get nearly as much. So I don't know. I'm glad that they're being a launch board now. The others had to kind of use that as a very small springboard.
There's something to be said.
Legit way.
There's something to be said too for people like Tony Hinchcliffe showing you his teeth, and during moments where I'm pretty sure he's maybe heard that thing 50 times. He doesn't really think it's funny. I understand someone being a fan. I forgot who said it earlier that said, we're yucking Gray's yums.
No, yuck away.
I think all
He
of
is
us.
yummy though.
I think all of us have witnessed thousands of hours of comedy. At a certain point, you have an understanding and expectation of thing. I can imagine someone just rolling at home and looking at half the panel be just stone faced and thinking, the fuck is wrong with them? There's performative natures in lots of things, and I realize a camera's on me, but I'm not trying to play to the camera with reacting.
I think so. The most racing is a very uncharitable comment saying, "Wow, great! You seriously like him because he's good at wasting time when he's out of jokes." That's a crazy admission, dude. That would be crazy, and I never said that. I like him because of his outside of the box personality. I love the fact that he lies, that he blurs the line between the truth and the fiction that he's creating, and I love the world that he's creating. But sure, if you want to go ahead and twist that a weird way, you can go ahead and do that. If you want to call that wasting time, sure. Isn't all joking wasting time? So I do enjoy
Jackie Brown.
jokes. If you're calling jokes a waste of time, sure, I really enjoy wasting time.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought some of the stuff was funny.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's got a powerful mind. I love the way that he uses it uniquely.
I
That's my
probably have
favorite
stuff I would offer to sell him in some of that.
You should.
That way that he does things. But yeah, I can't imagine. I can't imagine someone dropping in on either their favorite comedian or the comedian themselves. Like me dropping in on you guys doing this with my material. The amount of sweat that comes to my everything just thinking about that. Like there's no control. It's a horrifying thought, and I don't know.
And he is ballsy because he knows that like a lot of these are going to bomb, and man, he just keeps doing it week after week with at least one bomb in almost every set. And to me, that's just awesomely ballsy. I know I would be pandering a lot more. I don't see him doing that with the crowds necessarily. Even if he has like a trans joke or whatever, there's an angle to it. The abortion joke, I think all of those had a certain angle to it where you could have easily played into that crowd. But man, I just kind of dig the stupidity of it. That Supremes Court, that one always has my heart.
William's dad?
Yeah, so there is. So the Montgomerys did come on and they were the guests. And man, they got more chuckles than William did. So I was wondering, like, do I start cutting down to that episode? A lot of it, again, you need a lot more time to see all these. But man, it's kind of great. They also kind of call him on a lot of his shit, but then they play into a lot of it, which is, man, it's a unique experience. What
Gray,
can I say?
Gray, since you're really good at selling things, highlight the most recent comment and answer that question.
I wish I could.
What is TGIT to us? Answer that question and sell us, please.
So I have like three of the regulars that we need to see. So will your next video be about another regular that sucks but keeps getting brought back? If so, I'll definitely subscribe. I don't know if that's going to be the next. We've spent a couple times in Austin, where next week, I believe Bert Kreischer's Netflix sitcom comes out. So I'm not sure if we're going to be talking about that and leaving Austin for a minute. Although, you know, Kreischer is kind of an Austin guy, but would we be going Netflix? We do need to discuss that backstage, but there are 3 different Kill Tony guys that I need to show these guys. They have seen what's his name, Carmichael. I'm forgetting his first name, but the guy who's very much a Mitch Hedberg impersonator, or feels like he's borrowing heavily, and I think he kind of does that borrowing thing the wrong way.
Yeah, that makes me very uncomfortable.
There's another guy who I don't know why his first set just absolutely threw me. Timmy No Breaks, and I just absolutely hated him. I've grown to love him. His last performance wasn't the greatest, but I definitely need to show you guys a few of them. And then there's a couple of them that I think are underloved that I think you guys need to know about. And I don't know why they haven't moved on to bigger, better things, considering what they did on here. Keegan. Thank you, Keegan Carmichael. I don't know why Keegan just wasn't sticking with me.
So
remember
the
Carmichael,
most racing, TGIT is the best day of the week for comedy. Thank God it's
Yeah.
Tuesday. When you think of comedy, you
God,
think
it's
of Tuesdays.
Tuesday.
And we've covered quite a few stand-up related things. We live reacted to Gringo Poppy. We had a discussion about the most recent Christmas special by Matt Rife. So this same multiple perspectives thing that you've heard us for this episode, there's a backlog, not very much, but this is kind of, we're getting our footing. So if you enjoy bizarre conversation from multiple perspectives on stand-up, click subscribe and like and comment.
But I
and all
think
that other stuff.
and hold on. And also we've talked about this before. I think I've said this before. It's very hard, guys, to do a show on like a comedian that's very good and that you like. It's very hard because like what do you say? Remember that joke that he did? That was awesome. Y'all like
Chris Farley show.
And I know we can sit there and talk about those things. We might do like a spotlight shorter. Maybe it might even be a segment. Maybe we could do like
I'm thinking probably shorter than this. It went a little bit long.
But I mean, like
but
a segment
for
where
sure.
we talk about like maybe one week I talk about my favorite comedian or someone that I like, and it's like a 10-minute segment type thing just to keep that info. But it's much easier to talk about a subject that I personally don't know about or Charles doesn't know about because Gray watches 7,200 comedy specials a year.
Man, I love to laugh. Okay, one of these days I'm going to get to it.
So
that's why it's a little bit. Sorry, Charles. Go ahead.
No, it's just another reason to have a call to action. If we're fresh, this is what less than 10 episodes we've done of this. If you're feeling something, if you like something, if you're like wanting to see things go in a direction, let us know. Comment. What do you like? What do you not like? What things can grow or what things can be shortened. This is as open to you guys as possible, but you got to let us know.
No, here's the thing. We'll talk about good comedians if we haven't seen them.
Right.
If it's someone who's good that me and Charles hasn't seen, it's hard to do something Gray hasn't seen. We will definitely talk about it. There's a lot of comedians that are new and up and coming that I haven't seen. So I have no problem. I'm just saying, like, if we talk about like a Carlin or Hicks or something like that, it's hard to do.
It gets dicey.
It does.
As Jaden
very,
points out.
very, very dicey.
But we do have a couple of times where we got to go kind of back to where we do have to go kind of back to the Kill Tony. Well, so first off, Kill Tony just released the third of the 3 Kill Tony specials, but the fourth in that deal is a Tony Hinchcliffe special. So I think that's what Netflix is releasing next. So we definitely need to talk about that Tony special. And then we got to talk about Timmy No Breaks. Don't look for him.
I think that's what we should probably do next, just because people have said it, and I don't mind doing that. Like, I won't look for it.
Okay. Well, trust me, where we're going, we need no breaks. But yeah, and then the other one that we got to see is right comedian, wrong audience. And we would get to see William Montgomery come back again. And then, I think we should also take a look at David Lucas in front of not necessarily the correct audience for him. So we got a couple of them in the hopper, so to speak. But we're not going to solely focus on Austin comedy. It's kind of all things comedy.
It just happens to be the new thing that's, comparatively with a 5-year history or 6-year history as opposed to New York, it's Chicago, having all the history.
Yeah.
It's a little bit. Plus, we might do some UK stuff at some point, which would be interesting to do.
Ooh, I'm definitely down with that. In it.
It's in a Poupet.
All right. So I might not have convinced you guys, but I think you get a little bit more of a view on the guy. He can write jokes.
I appreciate it more. I could say that 100%.
You both succeeded and failed somehow.
Thank you.
Whatever that means. You changed my mind.
Square circle. What up, WZ? Welcome at the end, sir.
Yeah, I love how Z always comes at the end.
That's the best time.
What a guy! What a guy you are.
Well, hell yeah. Yeah. Hey, Lapsed, what do you have going on your channel in the near future?
Tomorrow, me and Lunchbox Born are going to review DC Night Fight 2, which should be fun. We're moving our show to Wednesday, and we have our own channel now for it, which will be,
Oh, hell yeah.
premiering, which would be cool. And then Friday, I'm not exactly sure if we're going to have Last Panel Friday. I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to work something out, but I might actually be busy, which is just ridiculous to me because I don't ever do anything. I might have, there's something that I might have to do. My wife has something. I don't want to talk about it.
Things to do.
But yes. But if not, then we'll just probably just have a random topic talk about, which will be fun. And it might be like upcoming movies for 2026, stuff like that you're, looking forward to. And then I have, for Lapsed Comic Fan, I've been building up a small library of videos that not next week, but the week after I'm going to start putting up. So there's that.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and as WZ has pointed out, which will never happen, he's been trying to get this to happen for so long. That won't happen.
So we should advertise that that's not happening.
Yes.
All right. Well, hell yeah. I'm looking forward to
Mac or King style, and definitely not at the same time.
Well, we all await the release of your library, sir. That should be awesome. Charles, what do you have going on, sir? What do the people need to look out for in the next little while?
I don't know. Click subscribe, like, comment, all that shit for a number of reasons. Just, let me be a dancing monkey for you. There's a couple of things. Bone Temple comes out tomorrow. I know you're here for comedy, but that's a horror movie. I have something that's in the tank right now that is something of a thesis video as to why I think Dawn of the Dead 2004 is actually the reason that the zombie era started. It all started in this thesis video in 2004 with that rendition of Dawn of the Dead. I might try to tie in 28 Days Later in the Bone Temple into that. Might be reacting to something else comedy related, hoping that nothing really happens on the internet that I feel like I need to defend people that are getting the raw deal, but it's the internet, so who knows?
Well, hell yeah. Yeah, and I guess I'm around on the internet, new content eventually on my channel. But if you just can't get enough of me, every Thursday on The Thinkers on what do we have as the YouTube at Thinkers Doing a Think is the mouthful that we currently are using. But The Thinkers, they got their own channel. It's international panel who give their opinions and usually disagree about everything, but can leave somewhat amicably. If that sounds fun to you, you want to have an international take on politics, come over and join us every Thursday night. I have no clue what we're talking about this week, but yeah, last time was, those political shootings. I'm sure everything will settle down by next Thursday. But other than that, make sure to like and subscribe. And hey, tell me in the comments, did I win you over? Do you love William Montgomery? If it wasn't me, what made you love William Montgomery? And if you hate him, let me know when. When did he lose you? Lapsed. Hit the buttons.
It's the night of nights, a time for laughter. We have the guys to fill a buster, even though one of them is a jar of mustard. Thank God it's Tuesday. We take a look at comedians, and Charles used to be one. We have a lot to say about comedy. Can you believe Gray is a jar of mustard? And then there's Lapsed. What does he do? And why is here? Thank God it's Tuesday.